Ba-da, ba-da, Last week of the year's NFL season. And here's
Holy shit.
Coach Grandor.
Sorry, the sky god just opened.
I heard
Was
that.
I thought that was thunder. Yeah.
God.
That was pretty wild.
Gee, okay, man. I'll record the podcast. Don't come on.
Don't be late this week.
Hey everybody, here we are on to the final week of the
Final
season.
Yeah.
Holy.
I would say I'm kind of sad, but I'm glad I don't have see the Jets anymore.
That's true.
You know,
The final
week
win
of
their
the
final game of the year.
Yeah,
Meaningless, but
I-
Pyrrhic victories is all you got, I guess, at this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they don't. We need that draft pick bump up a little higher, you know?
It's
I'd
true.
rather, get my draft pick up a little bit higher. Although it is also Bill Belichick and maybe his last game. So
I don't know. I mean, we'll
Who
talk
knows?
about that certainly.
yeah,
Got a
So
lot to talk about this week.
we do have a lot to talk about. Speaking of the Jets, they have released Dalvin Cook.
they have, because apparently he wants to pursue a Super Bowl team, which
Or maybe like a team that'll play him.
Yeah.
well, they were playing him plenty at the beginning of the year, and he was getting about 2.1 yards per carry. So
That
it's
is
just-
also true.
yeah.
I
mean,
do
It is,
think
it
it
is crazy
is-
to see that running back cliff consistently hit at that point over and over and
Yeah.
over
It
again.
is
man.
also the Jets' offensive line, though.
True,
So-
yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, Brees Hall's doing stuff behind that
Yeah, but
same
he's
line,
insane.
So
Yeah.
Imagine
well,
if he
Dalvin Cook
had an
was
offensive
a
line.
couple years ago. Remember?
Dalvin Cook- that's
yeah.
what I'm saying, dude. Is he
Yeah.
like Dalvin Cook was comparable to Brees Hall a couple years ago?
Well, he's definitely fallen off. I will say. I'm not denying
Yeah.
it. It's just
But he's not. I mean, I will say he's not wrong. He probably would get picked. Like I could see like the Chiefs or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got a place. still.
100%.
It's just that
He's
he's just not the Dalvin Cook that he once was.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest news story of the week. Melvin Gordon scored a touchdown.
Melvin Gordon.
Yeah,
He's
that's
on the
right.
Broncos, right?
That's what I thought, but he's on the
I'm pretty
Ravens.
sure he is. No, I
What
think he's on the
since
Broncos.
when?
I
No,
don't
no,
believe
no.
it.
He's on the Ravens.
I don't think that's. Yeah, I think you're telling us tall tales.
Good old Melvin Gordon's getting back in the end zone. Let's go.
Yeah, you love to
Mhm.
see it.
You really
Um,
do.
And
We got to get Melvin Gordon on.
Melvin
We
Gordon.
got to get
Also,
Melvin
Melvin
Gordon
Gordon.
on.
Marvin Gardens, the space on the Monopoly board. We got to get them on the show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Maybe the Monopoly guy. We could have a cage match, a wrestling one, and beat him
Yeah.
down.
I
Yeah.
love it.
and
Capitalism's a sham. Sound check. Shout out.
Yeah, seriously, watch the sound checks if you haven't. Have you been uploading those? Do those still go up?
they do. I upload them in bulks. I need to upload a
Uh-huh.
big bulk of them, so I'm gonna do that
Okay.
today.
Yeah.
As a professional podcast does. And then we have Bradley Chubb tore his ACL.
Ah, man, the
So-
Dolphins are falling apart, dude.
They really
Yeah,
are. They're
That's rough.
like the modern Ravens now. They swap places.
Mhm.
So-
Or the old Dolphins.
or the old
actually.
Dolphins.
Right,
Yeah.
And those are really all the big news stories I've seen on the front. Aside from our other fun news story Apollo's going to enjoy because he already saw it. Referee Brad Allen and his crew, who worked the Cowboy-Lion game, have been assigned to the Steelers-Ravens game.
Yep. Yeah. So, don't you see, guys? They were demoted from the primetime game to another primetime game.
Well, they got demoted out of the playoffs. They're
Well,
not
hold on
Well,
a second.
I
Are
mean,
you
this
guys putting blame on Brad Allen's crew when the Lions clearly did a deceptive act by disguising their-
Also, they were demoted from a playoff game. Might I point you that the Steelers are playing for a playoff spot?
No,
and this is
no,
essentially
that can't be it.
a playoff game. They could have given that reffing crew to, I don't know, like New England to New York, you know? Or I'm sure there's
Hey,
a
hey.
host of other eliminated teams that they could have, gone and given that game to. But no, they gave it to a game that's on prime time that has playoff implications.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
sure
strangely
did.
deliberate. Again, demoted.
Yeah, demoted.
Demoted.
I think
Which-
they wanted this.
We might as well start with the Lions Cowboys.
We might as
Because-
well.
Yeah. This game was one of the worst ref games we've seen,
Yeah.
which is funny because this same ref crew is the one that messed up every Packers Chiefs call in the final 2 minutes. And they somehow also messed up everything in the final 2 minutes of this game.
Yep.
It's
And,
impressive.
Also, the Lions are 0-6 in Brad Allen refed games with a I forget the difference in penalty yardage is absurd too. So I think
mean,
this dude just does not like the Lions.
He might not like the Lions, but the Lions have also been pretty bad. So I'll give him
Yeah.
that. However, I think they're just bad at their job. Like
Yeah.
straight up.
I
I-
don't think there's like the old saying is don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to stupidity, and I think that's exactly what's going on here is that they just made a dumb mistake that they're refusing to own up to.
Yeah.
So my counterpoint is I hate that razor
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes people are malicious, and you should sometimes attribute to malice things that are, malicious. Now, I'm not saying that in this case that's necessarily the case. However, I am saying that there are financial incentives
Yeah,
to do
and
the kinds of
sometimes it's
things that he's
both.
doing. Yeah,
I think,
yes,
like,
yeah.
Not even just like whether
Exactly,
or not
yes.
he is doing it, but the fact that now the NFL is promoting gambling everywhere, right? And you're going to make
it
it
sucks.
so that this type of scenario plays out and then they can't get it right. Like that's like
I
terrible.
feel like we should I'm like 99% sure everybody knows what we're talking about, but I feel like we should at least like frame it so we're familiar with
Right.
what's going on here. So at the end of the game, the Lions make a comeback and they score a touchdown. They go for the 2-point conversion. The offensive lineman, I think it's number 68, is the one that reported eligible. The referees, having been given information about this play prior to the game by Coach Dan Campbell,
With a drawing. By the
yeah,
way.
with a drawing.
assume for some reason that number 70 is the one that has reported eligible, despite number 70, in his own words after the occurrence, saying, quote, "I didn't say a fucking word."
Yeah. Screaming that one.
Yep.
The play goes, number 68 catches the 2-point conversion in the end zone, 2-point tries good, and the referees debate for a little bit between themselves for like 1 or 2 minutes, then throw the flag, deciding that it was an ineligible receiver downfield who hadn't declared eligible so that the defense could properly match up.
Yeah.
And they're just lying because they made the wrong call when in reality number 68 actually did report eligible.
Yeah. You can
And that's
see
on
it.
video too. Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
him.
There's
nod to
so
him.
much
Yeah.
evidence to support that. Yeah.
Troy Aikman was on TV being like, you could see it in the video. You
Yeah.
see him nodding.
And this
to
guy's like a Cowboy fan at heart, clearly.
yeah.
and he's still
Yeah,
like-
I mean,
it's embarrassing for that reason. But like I said, like you're going to promote gambling, like people legally gambling. We're not talking about like shady gambling, and you're going to have them get calls this bad that affect people that are like making bets and everything. Like it's shitty.
Yeah.
And they took away a big guy score, and that's why
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I like a big
that's-
guy score, and they took it off the board.
Plus, I read there was a tripping call called on the Cowboys.
Yep.
And apparently it was not on the Cowboys. It was actually on the Lions, but they thought it was the Cowboys. Like,
Yep.
it's so bad. The other thing that's bad from this game was the Cowboys played prevent defense, as we talked about the last 2 weeks.
Holy fuck.
God damn, dude. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
It's insane. I'm going insane watching this happen week after week, game after game. I felt happier at least because I think like Joe Buck noticed it very quickly because he was like, they're playing really soft, and he like didn't even have time to say that because of how fucking quickly the Lions got down the field.
Yeah.
Like it's embarrassing. It's just play the same. Your defense played good the whole game.
Mhm.
Why change? Oh my God.
It's actually, it's insane. Like, you've done one thing the whole game and it's worked. And then you're like, well, now we have to go prevent defense. Like, why? You don't.
I mean,
you don't
maybe
have to.
there's like, maybe there's like some kind of secret rule book that we don't know about that teams are like, yeah, okay, in order for comebacks to happen, you have to play prevent in this situation.
Roger
Keep up
Goodell.
interest in the product above all else.
Yeah,
Roger
exactly.
Goodell just calls down. He's like, we're going to make this a real fun ending, right? And they're just like, yes, sir. Prevent defense.
Also, definitely of note from this game, CD Lamb continuing to have a monster year, and I believe set the he broke a record this week, didn't he?
He
I
broke
forget
Michael
what it was.
Irvin's record, possibly.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the one. That's right. For receptions and yards in a season for the Dallas Cowboys. So good for CD Lamb. He's crushing it.
He's only behind Tyreek Hill in terms of yardage. So that's pretty wild. And in terms of touchdowns, he's got 10, which is tied with Cortland Sutton. And Mike Evans and Tyreek Hill are the only ones ahead of him with 13 and 10.
Were Christian McCaffrey not a human, I think I would be looking for a CD Lamb Offensive Player of the Year nod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of has carried the Cowboys passing game. I mean, people will be like,
Carried him
Prescott
this
and
game,
everything.
dude. He was like their whole offense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like he's pretty insane.
I'm sorry, but like, I know this isn't like unique. There's definitely other places where this is true, but for normal people, it's so maddening to watch. Like, if you work a job and you do something, but then you do a really fucking bad job and fuck up, you don't get to do that job anymore. You just don't. It's this thing called firing, like that happens, or
See,
demotion.
but those people don't have a union.
Yeah. Although I will say, in fairness, compared to other careers, I think the NFL head coach's average contract length is like, or average time in the league is like
I thought he was talking
2 or
about the
3
refs.
years. Oh,
I
the
mean,
refs.
you can include the coaches in this too.
Yeah.
But I really mean the refs, like just Brad
Yeah.
Allen specifically. Like,
Yeah, the referees union is a fucking strong arm, dude. Like they have got it.
Well,
made.
I think that's because it's a very small amount of people who only do it on the side, and they get paid a lot of money to do so. And like they probably
so they get paid a lot of money to do a terrible job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like rich people.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things here, terribly ref game.
Massive playoff implications.
Massive
changed due to
playoff
it.
implications changed.
Yeah.
And it won't matter because we've moved on.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Hopefully there's no bad calls in the Saturday game with
I'm
for
sure
Ravens.
there won't be. But we also had the first game of the week we skipped, which was the Browns Jets with the Elite Dragon just shredding the Jets.
Yo, Joe.
I am convinced that New York as a team gave up because New York basically had what amounted to one of the best defenses in the league, and they just gave up.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
They just didn't play.
beyond over. Like,
I mean, it
it's-
is to their benefit to lose. But
yeah, and it's not only to their benefit to lose, but it's also to the benefit of the players to not injure themselves on
Yeah,
a
very
completely
true.
lost
They
year.
fucking didn't get the memo for that last week.
Yeah.
Idiots. Yeah, so the Jets, you could tell they did kind of give up, and then Joe Flacco was running around.
give a
There's the clip of him like falling asleep on the bench or whatever.
he did hardly anything in the second half. It was all the first half, dude. He was just lighting it up.
They
Yeah.
didn't really have to do anything. It's, I mean, we're still setting up the storyline of Joe Flacco versus the Ravens in the playoffs. Which,
Oh yeah, that's what
Fun-
everybody wants.
That's
so
what everyone
fun
wants.
fact, in the offseason, Joe Flacco reached out to the Jets.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Hey, you guys looking for a spot?" And they're like, "No, we're good on the QB situation over here at
Yep.
New
You guys-
York Jets
You guys
football."
looking for a 6'6" Super Bowl winning veteran quarterback?
To be fair, they did have him, and he didn't do great.
Yeah, well, that was our team is still fucking hot dog shit anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think it
Like,
would have
it's-
helped. To
No,
be honest.
no, I
now,
mean-
now that you bring that up, it does seem kind of silly to expect them to go back to him.
I mean, we do remember though the several weeks of Zach Wilson, being Zach Wilson, and there was a time when, I mean, maybe with Joe Flacco, throwing to Garrett Wilson and throwing to Breece Hall and shit, because he never really got to do that. Like, if
that's true.
If he got to play to those players, then maybe we would have been in a different position at this time of year.
And when Elijah Moore went out, you did see him start to struggle quite a bit more. So having weapons certainly helps.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially at his age and his, his most powerful offensive weapon is his brain, right? Like at this point in his career. And he's just, he knows the game. He's been doing this for fucking 20 years already.
Yep.
And he won a Super Bowl, Yeah.
Yep.
But, everybody's staying. All the coaches.
Everybody's staying. Yeah.
Everybody's sticking around.
They got to do the official Aaron Rodgers year. This was the Aaron Rodgers, he's getting acclimated, right?
He's got to tear his other ACL.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
I saw a post on the Jets subreddit that was found our future first round pick, and it's Alabama edge Dallas Turner declares for NFL draft.
Yep.
I hate this team. I gotta tell you, I really don't know, because here's the thing: if next year doesn't work out, which, let's be honest, it's the Jets, it's not gonna. So if and when that happens, what do? It literally is just blow it all up again, right? Like that's the only option, pretty much. So
it's wild that we've been through like 3 unique arcs of this on the show.
Yeah,
like not even through the history of the team. Like this has been. We were talking about Geno as a rookie for the Jets, were we not?
No, definitely
not that far.
Not that far back.
What? When would
we did?
We
were on
Darnold.
the tail.
Fucking Darnold, dude. That's right.
We caught the tail end of Fitzmagic. Well, Fitztragic for us, really.
Yeah.
But
weird how he did pretty well everywhere else.
He did great for us too. The thing is, we didn't make the playoffs on a 10-5 fucking record.
For 1 year, they didn't have the 7th seed. Is the Jets fucking. And
also Ryan Fitztragic came out on the last game of the season when it's the coin flip with him, and we flipped bad on the last game, which is what we needed to have 11 wins to get to the playoffs, because you need 11 wins to get to the playoffs. It's not going to be teams this year getting in at like 7 and 8, right?
No,
like that's not going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah, mostly because they'll be 8 and 9. But
that's right.
Yeah. It's just, we truly have seen some unbelievable roller coaster New York Jets football, and it's still going. Yep.
Well, and like I said, we're probably gonna see another rebuild next year.
Yep.
That's just gonna happen.
Man, imagine going through a rebuild with your team. That's just crazy. Instead of competing for playoff spots.
So mad.
Well, speaking of rebuilds, the Tennessee Titans are about to go through one.
Well, speaking of competing for playoff spots too, man, the Houston Texans are all of a sudden in the picture.
CJ Stroud coming back and making quite the difference, because now, in fact, let me see. I think if they win, they're in.
It's basically winning in for like the Colts and the Texans are essentially playing for a playoff spot. There are lots of wacky scenarios that can knock them both out, but those are all like I think involving ties and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. So you mean if the Texans get to 10 wins, they get into the fucking playoffs? That's
crazy,
weird,
dude. It's crazy how that works.
Playoff scenarios are a bit wacky. I think a bit wackier than last year, but it's I'm kind of rooting for the Texans. I'd rather them win than the Colts for sure this upcoming game. Because I think the Colts are kind of dog shit overrated. I'm going to be honest. So,
and plus, I mean, how cool, like, has a rookie QB? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look this up. Has a rookie QB ever won the Super Bowl?
Was Burrow in his rookie year, or was he in the second year? He didn't win, obviously, but he got
second year. I'm pretty sure.
Was he second year? Okay.
It might have even been third.
No rookie QB has ever or even started a Super Bowl.
Dude, CJ Stroud is not going to take these Texans to the Super Bowl.
No, but I mean that would be amazing, right?
Yeah,
I
it
mean
would
that
be
would
cool.
be
I would
the hell of
definitely
a
root for
story.
Yeah, it really is. Whoever wins this game wins the division, and they're in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's
What's this? Sorry, this is kind of a sidetrack, but now that I'm looking at the picture, what's the Steelers path, Apollo?
I was saving it for the Steelers game.
Oh, well, let's do
Okay,
that then.
fair,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a good
Just
idea.
save it.
Or we could just do all the playoff. I mean,
we
I
could
listed
also
it.
just do all the playoff. We might as well. So
Okay, so for the Texans, I believe it's just win and in. I want to say,
or it's not the division. It's they get the 7.
Well,
seed.
yeah. So AFC South is pretty much. I mean, you have 3, 9, and 7 teams, right? So
yeah.
it's if you win and well, let's see. I don't know what the tiebreakers
So
are for the Texans. to be honest.
Jaguars win and they win the division.
Yeah, they're winning in.
Yeah, they're winning in. But they also need a Steelers loss and Broncos loss and tie and Texas. So it gets wacky as shit. But yeah,
There's
if they
a
just
lot
beat
of
the Titans.
wacky ties. Yeah, basically
Anything that
everyone
involves
is
a tie,
playing-
you can just disregard it.
A majority of these teams are looking at what looks to be win and in, except for the Steelers. Like pretty much
So-
everyone else is winning in. Steelers need to win. They need one of two things to happen. They need the Bills to lose to Miami, or they need the Jags to lose to the Titans. Or
Yeah.
technically, they need the wackiest one is a tie by the Texans and Colts.
Yeah.
that would be wacky. But then otherwise, they need a win and some help, which every year is the same with these fucking Steelers. They need to, they could control their own destiny if they had just won one of those games against the 2-win teams that aren't good, but we didn't fucking do that.
Yep.
So here we are.
I also linked, by the way, in our discussion, a NFL.com playoff chance thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
The funny thing is that if the Steelers win their game on Saturday, and then I think that makes it to where the Bills are either playing for the number 2 seed or elimination.
Yep.
Which
is insane.
Which is insane.
AFC, baby.
Yeah, it is absolutely wild.
And they would be a 10-7 team that missed the playoffs then.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'd be like the
Oh,
Jets.
God. Yeah.
Which it actually is kind of insane. Because, like, here we go. Okay, so NFC East. Cowboys win at Commanders or Eagles loss at Giants. That means they win the NFC East. But Eagles win at Giants and Cowboys loss means they win the NFC East.
Oh, boy.
Plus the crazy part is because the Bills would get the 2 seed, that they're playing for the division against the Dolphins. So if the Bills win against the Dolphins, they take the division, but then the Dolphins win and they get the division. But I don't know. I don't think the Dolphins missed the playoffs because they already have 11
No,
wins.
Dolphins are
They're
locked
locked,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, they're locked
They're
in.
already in. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolphins and Browns are locked in.
Yeah. But they would fall to being a wild card team and having to go on the road.
Yes.
The NFC South is clearly insane because everyone has the same record.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers win the NFC South with a win at Panthers. Okay.
Mhm.
But the Saints win at Falcons and Buccaneers lose to Panthers. Then they're in. Then the Falcons need to beat the Saints and the Buccaneers lose to the Panthers.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the Saints have a 29% chance to get in.
Yeah.
48% if they win.
Well, they
Yeah.
need the Panthers to beat the Buccaneers, which
Yeah.
is not.
And then, of course,
Yeah.
we have the Packers who are basically winning in.
Yep. There's nothing like end of the season winning in games against your division rivals, just
Yep.
like last year.
And I'll be honest, man, the Bears are actually kind of scary.
I'm actually just scared, like legit.
Yeah.
Except this time, at least, if we lose, I'm like, well, we have a bright future. And like last year, it was like, well, that's the Aaron Rodgers era over. It is,
What's it
but
like to have a quarterback?
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I wonder.
Packers win versus Bears, they're in. They take the 7th seed. But if the Packers win, and I believe whoever the 6th seed is, the Rams, if the Rams lose,
Rams.
then the Packers take the 6th seed. So they can go up to the 6th seed, which that'd be kind of nice. But if the Packers lose, they can actually still get in if the Vikings lose, the Seahawks lose, and the Saints or Buccaneers lose. So that's a
17%
lot.
chance.
Winner in.
It's pretty much
basically.
I was saying if they don't win the game, I'd rather they just not get in anyway. It's like this is a playoff game, right? Like this is essentially a playoff game. So if you can't
like
win
that's
that,
the same argument made with the Bucks, where like if they lose to the Panthers, they don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Exactly. Yeah. So
And
that's
it is like win or you're out.
yeah. Plus it's against the Bears. Like please, just beat the Bears, dude. In
Justin
Green Bay,
Fields
we're
is
not
going
even
off.
It's Joe Barry, so maybe that's what worries me. Then we have the Seahawks, who need to win against the Cardinals and have the Packers lose or tie. So because they lost, so yeah, they're
41% chance if they win.
Yeah, I mean, I could still see them getting in because the Packers could lose, and then all they gotta do is beat the Cardinals. But the Cardinals are kind of popping off, so I mean, who knows?
Yep.
It's honestly a lot of crazy scenarios this week, so it's gonna be fun. The Vikings have the hardest one. Plus, I don't want the Vikings to make it in anyway because they're bad. They need to win against the Lions, who are probably playing backups, but it's Dan Campbell and the Lions, so who knows? And they need the Packers to lose, the Seahawks to lose, and the Saints or Buccaneers to lose.
Yeah.
So
they go from 4% normally to 9% if they win.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Skull.
And the thing is, whoever wins these like last couple playoff spots get to play either the Eagles, Cowboys, or Lions, pretty much. But I mean, playing the Eagles at this point?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, right now the Eagles are the 5 seed, actually. It's kind of insane because the Cowboys could win the division. In fact, it'd be
weren't they the last undefeated team this year too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the playoff scenarios. It's gonna be wacky, wild, a little crazy. And the Titans are eliminated, so it doesn't matter. They had Ryan Tannehill. He did okay. Derrick Henry
team fucking sucks now, dude.
Oh
yeah.
Just in case you were curious, the Jets are eliminated.
Oh yeah, I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was trying to figure out where their scenarios were.
Yeah, no, just they didn't work out.
Well, then we had the Bears game, speaking of which, where they beat up the Falcons. Khalil Herbert ran for 124 yards and a touchdown. Justin Fields, 268 and a touchdown. DJ Moore had 159 and a touchdown. Like they've been playing a lot better.
Justin Fields had a couple of plays in this game that were special, man. Like this kid is legit. I love watching him play.
The funny part is they're gonna get rid of him.
Yeah. Probably.
They tried to kill him at the end of it.
Yeah.
Up by like 20 fucking points. He's still in there getting sacked.
Yep. Because the Bears have clinched the #1 pick. So unless they trade out of it, but it genuinely seems like they're going to take a quarterback.
Well, last year they managed to trade the #1 pick for DJ Moore and this year's #1 pick. So maybe they just keep building on that.
Just keep doing that.
Why would you want to play for this team?
Yeah,
you would.
There's no reason.
I don't understand. Like it's such a genuinely poorly run organization that like if I was in the draft, I would do the fucking Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning thing and just be like, no.
Yeah. It's to the point where now people are torn. Like some of the fan bases like keep Justin Fields, build around him, like get him Marvin Harrison Jr., all this stuff. And then the other half just like, nah, we got to pay him. And then you got to like do all this. Just get the up and coming Caleb Williams, right? He's going to be a star. And I am so excited to watch them let Justin Fields go to like Atlanta and he just like balls out and they take Caleb Williams and he's just bad or something because he's on the Bears.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
It's just wild because like Chicago, are you watching Carolina? Like, do you see what happens when you like you did this? Like you gave it to them.
They're
you're gonna go
Carolina
and do
they're
the same thing.
Salivating at the way that they murder their quarterbacks. Oh yes, they're so much better at it.
It's funny. I kept mentioning it, but Jordan Love has broken the Chicago Bears passing records. He now has more passing touchdowns and yards than any Bear quarterback in history. It's a fun stat. I always like.
Let's see that for the Packers segment, Crandor.
Right.
Speaking of Justin Fields, should we talk about fantasy as well?
Sure.
I want fantasy.
He's the champion.
He is the champion. Our friend. That is a victory for the podcast.
Yeah.
And you can all suck it.
That's
Just
right.
kidding. Thank you very much. Please
The
continue
host
to
held
listen.
the crown this year by a final score of 112-91. Bears Buds defeat Fees' fullbacks. A team,
And
by the
congratulations
way-
to him too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Congrats to making the finals, Fees. A team who I traded with the week that Mark Andrews got injured for Mark Andrews. And gave him Puka Nakua, who nearly accounted for, and in fact was his best player in the finals this week. So the Texans to my Patriots, if I could be so bold, is affording him the runoff of Bears Buds.
I was also trying to see. Sorry, I was also trying to see if he optimized his team, like if he had Joe Flacco in.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would have even.
It doesn't look like that. I mean, Zamir White. There were some points on the bench for sure, but yeah. That I got pretty streaky this year, dude. I went 7-1 to start off with like 6 straight W's, and then I lost like 5 in a row. I nearly didn't make the playoffs at all, and then won my final 4 games to win the league. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah,
I'll wear the crown happily and hopefully defend the host title next year. And look forward to seeing our assistant coaches join us for that again too.
Yeah. And you also now have the crown of winning fantasy football in a year where we didn't put money down.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Great.
You win nothing.
I feel good about being the inaugural winner of the official 3 Guys in a Bear fantasy league.
Yeah. That was fun also, I gotta say. I'd like to hear for people in the comments and stuff if you guys, I mean, because it seems like people generally like when we talk about, it, because we don't talk about it too much and we just slot it in one.
Keep it tame.
Yeah. So I mean, I enjoyed that. If you guys dug that,
well, it's fun also because all the assistant coaches and everybody, like, you knew everybody was trying every week. Right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, dude.
So it's nice because sometimes those
I was trying as a result of that.
Yeah,
which I loved. Like it's a lot more fun in fantasy when you got people that are like competing for the waiver wire,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, congratulations.
Woo! Congrats to Platyposse as well for winning the 3rd place game.
I came in last. So then we had.
I didn't even look.
Oh, by the way, the Falcons don't have a quarterback. They're all bad.
Nope.
Then we had the Ravens destroy the Dolphins.
Absolutely annihilate them.
Dude. All right, I know this is the dramatic take that we have to have as a result of being NFL media, but holy shit, it's the Ravens and then everyone else. Like at this point, oh my god,
they're gonna lose their first playoff game.
Probably, but it does still seem like a fair take at this point.
Yeah,
Lamar,
it could happen.
18 of 21 for 321 and 5 touchdowns. What the fuck is that stat line, dude?
Yep, that's pretty good.
That's not bad. Not bad.
When almost a 30-year passes or touchdowns. Pretty good.
With 35 yards on the ground to boot. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
The Dolphins are without Tyreek and without Jalen Waddle to start with.
Yeah.
Their defense is pretty banged up. They just lost Chubb. Like, they're not the same Dolphins that they were a month and a half ago. This is still like they don't have a shot against these Ravens in the playoffs.
Tyreek Hill actually played this game.
Yeah, but he was clearly hurt.
Yeah,
like, he was limited on the sideline and stuff.
Yeah. And the bad part for them is they're banged up. And usually at this point, you're like, oh, maybe we can rest our guys. But like, they have to play for the division now.
Yeah.
Like, they can't rest.
Huge game this week.
Yeah. And the Ravens they're looking good. Like, the defense is good. The offense seems good. Like,
surprisingly resilient this year too.
Like,
compared to other years, they're all. I mean, it's all looking. They can they rest their starters next week? They can,
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, they're locked into the number
The
one.
Ravens are locked one.
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you have this push and pull with the Ravens, where one, you want to rest your starters, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And because I mean, Lamar is very injury prone. The Ravens in general are very injury prone. They probably don't want to get injured and be good going to the playoffs. But how many times do we see teams not play for 2 whole weeks?
Yeah.
And then come in and look like dookie rusty garbage?
True.
It's a valid point.
So,
but I mean,
I think they're going to at least play their starters for 1 half. That's my
I guess
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, I mean, even still, like even if it's not one half, although I could totally see that for that reason. If you had to take the choice of one or the other, you're definitely still taking rest them, right? I mean, like 2 weeks plus 2 weeks is just a heal, even.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Huntley's still a good backup. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we lost to Huntley last year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like didn't he start their playoff game too? Lamar was
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah, Lamar was out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, he's not
As
a bad
much as-
backup.
As much as that is probably true, Apollo, I do think that the safety of not playing your starters does outweigh like the perceived possible rust factor.
Because you can because that does happen, but like you can also, fix that with coaching, right? Like the Patriots had buys every fucking time that they went into the playoffs, and
They still managed to win a few,
Yeah.
but like on paper, like you or like theoretically at least you would expect to be able to overcome whatever rust, or I can't even really think of a better word for it. It's just like not having NFL action for any longer than a couple of weeks, I suppose has.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be curious on the stats on it actually, because there's only been so many instances, I'm sure, where the number one seed has been locked in the week before the playoffs. I bet there's some sort of like these teams have X win-loss record when it comes to like having perceivably 2 bye weeks before their game.
Yeah, I think there actually has been a decent amount of times teams have done that. I think the Packers did that the one year, and then they didn't get the undefeated, and then they lost to the Giants right away.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember from. But I think there's also plenty of times where teams do rest and then they come out fine. I think it just really
interesting.
depends.
So I just looked this up, and it seems since 2005, 13 of 28 teams seeded number 1 or 2 in the playoffs have lost their initial game in the divisional round.
Wow.
So yeah, that's about half.
But how many of those had the number one seed locked in the week before is what I'm wondering.
Nah, I don't know.
Doesn't-
I
yeah,
would
no,
have
that
to
makes-
look into the.
That's more than one search, which I understand. Is
Right?
too
Yeah,
far.
that would be like me looking at the actual data and reasoning.
That
it
is
out,
that's still surprisingly high for like
Yeah, it's like
the
half of-
higher
I mean,
seeds
you
lose
know.
quite a bit.
Yeah, that's so maybe that's actually a point in the don't rest your starters camp.
I'm just putting myself in the position of an NFL coach right now, though. I'm thinking to myself, like, I recognize
I would
that
do it too.
thing,
Yeah.
but I'm not risking hurting Lamar Jackson before our number one seed playoff run. Like that, it just seems like an easy choice to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Then
Yeah.
we had the Saints and Buccaneers.
God damn.
You fucked it, Buccaneers.
You fucked it, Bucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is we should have
Fuck the
seen it coming.
Bucs.
It's the NFC South. It's just always a mess.
Yeah.
And I mean, at least the team that wins the NFC South will be 9-8. So that's good.
Dude, this wasn't even
not necessarily.
Actually, yeah. If the
Yeah,
Falcons win, and then they,
Yeah.
oh boy.
This
that-
wasn't even close, man. They were losing 23-0, weren't they, at some point?
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell. This was bad.
This was bad.
This
This
is ugly.
Derek Carr had a pretty solid game. He had 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jamal Williams, 58 yards. By the way, I don't know if you guys knew, but Taysom Hill is 33.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I
He
thought he
was
was like
playing
late
with
20s.
Drew Brees.
I forgot
Yeah,
he's like
He's
actually
been around
older.
for a minute, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's been on like deep playoff runs with Drew Brees, actually, I think.
Has he?
Right? Because I think he was playing with him for a couple of years. I think
He's
maybe
been with
either
them since 2017. So
Yeah.
I don't remember the Saints playoff history. I don't think
Yeah,
that was
when
that. I think the Saints run was like 2014 or something, wasn't it?
Brees.
Yeah, it was a while
retired.
ago.
Okay, so yeah, he played with him for 3 years because Brees retired in 21.
Oh, yeah.
That's nuts.
Damn.
Mhm.
Well, he caught a touchdown today. So
Yep. Yeah.
there it is. And then, I mean, yeah, the Buccaneers just didn't do anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
They really looked for a second there like they were going to pull off some fourth quarter magic, Baker Mayfield style, but then they just kind of crashed again.
Yeah.
I you know what? I still think though, if they win their next game, they would still be a spooky team in the playoffs. They're the spooky one.
They're a little
Yeah.
less spooky for me now.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little
I
less, but
it is divisional. It is divisional.
It is
They
divisional.
were at
It's
home, man.
divisional.
This was their time to shine. And
But it's Todd Bowles. He hates home teams.
That's true. It is Todd Bowles.
He really despises the team that he works for.
Yeah, he's just spending the entire home games just flipping off the crowd.
Yeah, this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Buccaneers.
No
coming.
faith in either of these teams. in
I
the
bet
playoffs,
guess who
dude. That's
did know,
for
though?
fucking sure.
Randy knew. He locked the Saints.
He did.
Yeah.
Poor Randy.
Randy, the only one that knew.
Bringing
Randy's a
balance
monster.
back.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really about it. Then we had Bills Patriots.
Speaking of locks, I was feeling real solid about this lock as soon as the Pats picked sixth in the opening 15 fucking seconds.
Yep. It was actually a close game until it wasn't close because Bailey Zappi threw 3 interceptions and no touchdowns. But he ran for
You got
one.
zapped.
You got zapped. Ezekiel Elliott ran for one. Wow. Cool.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that.
not pick six, kick return. My bad.
Oh yeah, the kick return.
Yeah.
Bills had the win and they won.
Barely.
Yep. Barely.
Barely.
Yeah, really.
But
Eh,
they did win.
yeah,
Also-
wish they would. I mean, well, you go.
Only 6 penalties this game for both teams combined.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Look at
Must
that.
have been a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah. Neat.
No, to be
yeah.
honest.
Oh, we actually had
I mean, yeah, the Bills are just way better. Although not that much better this. I mean, they're
No.
definitely a lot better, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the
Bills
Bills
are
aren't as good as they
Definitely,
were.
they're not the Bills of 3 years
Yeah.
ago. That's for sure.
And
Yeah.
Belichick is always going to want to beat the Bills. Like he's
Yeah.
done that
Yeah.
quite a bit.
we had a Rasul Douglas 40-yard interception return.
Mhm.
Former Packer
uh,
alert.
Zappy is not very good.
No.
Yeah.
The Patriots are going to draft a quarterback.
Yep.
Like it's
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
probably. Oh, wait, actually, who are the Patriots going to draft at
Who
quarterback?
knows?
Hold on.
There's
Tank
quite a
it up.
few. Yeah, there's
It's an interesting draft.
yeah, there's a lot of quarterbacks actually.
Jaden Daniels, according to the NFL mock draft.
Yeah.
He
What's
plays
their-
for LSU.
What's the Pats' projected pick right now?
3.
Currently 3.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the first time in 20 plus years as a casual now casual, formerly the hardcore Patriots fan, where I'll be interested in the draft.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That is true. They've
I
got
mean, you are,
um,
and you're going to take a QB almost certainly. Yeah.
yeah. It's Bears, Commanders, Patriots, and all projected quarterback. Got
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. And then the next quarterback to go is there's Bo Nix from Oregon.
Yeah.
There's also the dude that just played last night. What's his name? Is the college? Yeah,
Stanky
Penix.
Peters.
Michael Penix Jr. There's also JJ McCarthy, the Michigan guy. There's actually a lot of quarterbacks coming out of this draft.
I'm going to wait. His name is actually Penix.
Yeah, it's Penix, like Penix.
It's,
that owns.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
which-
owns.
I'm always happy.
you
when
know what?
there's-
You're right.
Rob thinks it sounds like penis.
No,
I do
that's
think it
why
sounds
owns.
like
It does sound like it is.
But there's also, dude, there's some great names this draft. There's Chop Robinson.
Okay, that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
great
pretty
one.
great.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
be best friends with Chop Robinson.
There's Kool-Aid McKinstry. We mentioned him.
Okay,
No
that's pretty
shot.
sweet.
that owns.
Could you imagine if the Jets got him and they had sauce and Kool-Aid?
Oh man,
That'd be pretty fun.
That'd be the
we could get a
most-
whole barbecue.
Yeah.
Is he a defensive player?
He's
'Cause
a
they might not
corner.
draft him. Oh, there you
So
go.
they
We gotta
love
get
that.
a kicker. We gotta get a kicker
No.
nicknamed the Hot Dog.
Yep.
Oh
And-
man, dude, that'd be the world's greatest team and most
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah, huh? Also, there's a person named Cooper Beebe.
Yeah, Cooper
That's a cool
Beebe.
I like that.
Yeah,
There's
Hope the Rams get
Jackson Powers Johnson.
that is pretty
Jesus,
sick. Yeah,
This might be the draft class to further incentivize me enough to create the Hall of Names that I should be able to show has needed for quite some time.
that'd be great,
Dude,
Yeah.
TJ Tampa. If that guy doesn't go to Tampa Bay, that's a sin.
Oh God, yeah, he has. Is he from Tampa?
I don't know, but he's from Iowa
Should have
State.
looked this up. TJ Tampa.
TJ Tampa.
That makes sense.
Maybe he is from Tampa.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, that's the best place for him to be from, if not from Tampa, is from the opposite of Tampa.
That's true.
Yeah, well, okay. He was born in Norristown, Pennsylvania, and then moved to Jonesboro, Georgia. I don't see Tampa anywhere in there.
Those are just villages named after the people that founded them.
Yeah,
It's the most
exactly.
basic Midwest shit you can be.
Yeah, then he moved to St. Petersburg, Florida.
Huh.
The only one that
continuing the tradition.
the only
Hold
one
on,
that was
St.
Lakewood High School.
Petersburg, city in Florida. Is it near Tampa?
Ah,
Question.
It's near my. It's in Tampa. It's literally in
Oh.
Tampa.
It's in
Oh,
Tampa.
yeah.
It's in Tampa.
He's
That's
a
why.
the
liar.
prophecy.
It's in Pinellas County. That also sounds like
That
penis.
does sound a little like penis.
Yeah. So a lot of great names coming up in the draft. That's gonna be fun.
Mhm. Pinellas County. He's gonna be a great defensive end.
So that was the Bills
Tampa-
Patriots.
Tampa Bay has an old Tampa Bay.
Wait,
Oh, that's
there's
fun.
an old Tampa Bay?
Well, yeah,
Is that
it's
the
like
part
the
that got
water.
washed away?
Oh. I
No,
see.
there's the Tampa Bay, and then there's the old Tampa Bay.
Oh.
And the other one, it's not called New Tampa Bay. It's just called the Hillsborough Bay, which is like, what's the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
Are they different bays?
They're
Because
all like, it's like makes a little Y shape, you know?
you
can look at it. You can
Well,
just Google
yeah,
Tampa.
but then that's a different bay.
Yeah.
There's no old Tampa Bay. That's just Tampa Bay. That one's
It
the bay.
says old Tampa Bay, Rob. I can't help you.
Tampa, we gotta
History
talk.
of old
We gotta get Tampa Bay on the podcast.
We gotta get on the show to clear this up.
Tampa Bay.
I'm learning a lot about
Old
Tampa Bay right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of great Tampa Bay stuff.
Let's see.
Old
This is-
Tampa Bay, covering 51,000 acres, is a bay situated in Sarasota County.
You know, I'm looking at the
Mm.
Wikipedia for Old Tampa Bay, and they just keep listing Old Tampa Bay as a thing. They don't say where Old Tampa Bay comes from.
Yeah, this doesn't make any. I'm looking at the map right now. Old Tampa Bay is up over. You know what, Crendor, you should put this up on your screen too.
Okay.
Old Tampa Bay is just like a little thing, and then Tampa Bay is just out by the mouth. That's
Yeah,
which one's
well-
the? I mean, which one's?
Why is it old?
Yeah. Why is that not Tampa
I
Bay?
get maybe you want to name it something different, but what makes it old? Did they only find that one first? I mean, ideally, you'd think they'd find the whole thing at the same time. So
Maybe
You would
there
think.
was land where Tampa Bay is now, and it all fell into the sea, like the great city
Maybe.
of Atlantis.
There you go. Yeah.
But then that would be closer to the sea. So the old Tampa Bay would be the new one, though.
That's
with
a
that
good point,
logic.
actually. Yeah.
Tampa
no,
Bay
that's true.
HistoryCenter.org. Article posted March 31st, 2023.
Mhm,
Tampa
mhm.
Bay, body of water or regional identity? Question mark. The actual name or an invented regional moniker? That has been a common topic for letter writers to the Tampa Tribune for the past several years. throughout
shit.
Tampa.
Okay,
AI
so other
generated
people
art.
have an
It's a
issue
huge
with this.
community issue,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
No, you know what? And that's fair because it's an issue for me now. Now that
Yeah.
I know about it.
Having just discovered it.
hmm
Tampa Bay listeners, your time has come. Please clear this up for us in the comments. This is the most important
I
issue of the
need
show
to know
today.
why the fuck it's old Tampa Bay.
Why are there two Tampa
Did I
Bays?
maybe
and
if
if,
I
and if,
Google
if
that,
one
why
Tampa
is
Bay
there
came first,
old Tampa
then that's
Bay?
the Tampa Bay, and the other one's something else.
There's also a guy
Tampa
named
Bay.
Zach Zinter. That's a fun name.
Okay,
That's
here
a
we go.
fun one. I don't think I've met anybody from
Hold
Tampa
on,
Bay.
hold on. Maybe some developing news here. I haven't read the
Oh,
entire.
oh.
The northwestern arm became known as Old Tampa Bay, perhaps a reference to the supposed location of the village of Tampa/Tanpa, with the implication being that the
wow.
bay was the original or old bay of Tampa. That doesn't really help.
Yeah, that's just adding more nuance to the
That just seems like
conversation.
some people just called it Old Tampa Bay because they're hipsters or something.
That might
Also,
just be
what's
it.
Tampa?
I think, okay, so if I'm going to be reading between the lines here,
Mhm.
it sounds like white people came in and settled a different spot and called it Tampa Bay because that's what they heard it was called. And then the people that actually lived here, the Native Americans, were like, no, you're talking about the wrong body of water. This is Tampa Bay over here. And they were like, they're just both Tampa Bay.
That's the easiest one to believe, actually.
That's what it sounded like based on what that.
We're moving on from Tampa Bay talk. We're going
No,
to
we
the
can't.
Cardinals, Eagles.
Oh boy, yeah.
Cardinals, Eagles. The Eagles have lost again.
Bird battle.
The bird battle. The
boy.
Eagles have actually lost 4 games in a row.
Oof.
Dude, what's even worse about that is they got outplayed this game. The entire game, they got their asses beat. The only reason they were ahead in the beginning is because of a 99-yard interception return by Sidney Brown. That was fucking awesome, by the way. But the Cardinals were the better team all day.
Yeah, Kyler Murray showing up, 232, 3 touchdowns and a pick. James Conner ran for 128 and a touchdown. Like, Cardinals,
they did whatever they wanted. Like, they made huge mistakes keeping the Eagles in the lead or in the game, but like they dominated otherwise. They had double their time of possession.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, of all the bad teams, like the Cardinals aren't that bad with Kyler Murray playing at least.
Kyler Murray's nuts.
They're only good when I need them to be bad.
Yeah.
They beat my team and then they fuck up my lock, dude. It's just like, come on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You like the Eagles.
Yeah, I did. You think that they would be able to beat a 2-win team? Well, now they're a 4-win team. So.
Yeah, now they're a 4-win
twice
team.
as many wins now. Speaking of which, they had twice as many first downs as the Eagles this game. Like they completely outclassed them.
I don't know what is happening to the Eagles. They had like some woman in the audience who was just like, "What are you doing?" She's like
man,
screaming at them.
Like,
There was,
I think that was channeling the power of Eagles fans everywhere.
There's supposedly a feud now, too. Apparently, AJ Brown's pissed.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw the title of the article and I went, I'm not going to read that.
Oh, I know. It's the Eagles are using Matt Patricia on their defense.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know, the top tier beloved coordinator Matt Patricia.
I mean, at one point, yeah, but
Yeah, but
I know you're
not
saying
now.
that ironically now.
That used to be the same way Ezekiel Elliott used to be a great running back.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't good in Detroit. He wasn't good when he went back to the Patriots, and now he's with the Eagles, and he's not good.
I mean, it's all Belichick coaching tree. None of
Yeah.
them have worked out.
Yeah, like, and Jalen Hurts still turning the ball over with the interception. I don't know if he had any fumbles, but he's not doing great. Like, he's doing okay.
No.
But
He just he had a great like first half of the year, I felt like, and then ever since he's just been kind of playing like average to below average.
Like, we haven't even thought of him as far as the MVP conversation is concerned, and the Eagles have been like close to the #1 seed all year. That's how like unremarkable he's been.
I'll tell you right now, his stats are 3,800 yards with a 66% completion percentage, with 23 touchdowns to 14 interceptions.
And
That's a
like,
lot of picks.
that's not bad.
He's got a lot of fumbles too, I think.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
see.
also worth taking into consideration with him though is the tush push stuff. Like, he adds a lot of basically guaranteed yards and touchdowns
does.
just by being on the field.
9 fumbles. Sorry.
That's pretty bad.
oh yeah, that is
So
bad.
like when you think about it, I mean, they've made this joke a bunch of times, but they were like 1st and 9, right? Well, for the Eagles, it's 1st and 9.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
And so if that's true, why are you guys losing so many of these damn games?
That's a huge advantage for sure.
Yeah.
And one that they rely on a lot. Like, it happens not infrequently in games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he is good enough to turn it around, but something's off, and it's kind of weird.
I think I know exactly what's off. If
Oh.
I'm being honest.
All right.
I mean,
I
we
think
all
I have
know.
an idea. I think I have
We
an
all
idea.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what do you think? The Eagles, who were the last undefeated team in the league, looks like they were the runaway favorites to
Oh,
take
you're
the
right.
NFC East 2 years in a row. And then at the end of the year, what do you know? They go on a 4-game losing streak, losing
what
to
that's all about.
the 3-12 Cardinals. I think the football gods have intervened, my friends.
The magic. He's right.
I so badly hope that the Cowboys somehow magically lose to the Commanders and then the Eagles win. Because that's reverse magic, basically. There's
That
no
would
way
be
the Cowboys
reverse
are going to
magic.
lose to the
I
Commanders.
mean, that would be like if they. I feel like if the Eagles break the curse, they're gonna win the division for the next 20 years.
Yeah. It's all or nothing. Yeah.
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 So we'll see.
Mhm.
Just like how we saw Jaguars Panthers, where they won 26-0.
Yeah. Bryce Young almost died.
Yep.
They actually tried to kill Bryce Young this game.
Remember when people thought Bryce Young was good because he played Joe Barry's defense? I remember that.
Dude, this. I don't even want to talk about this game. This is just sad. Like, this sucks.
It is sad. Getting shut out.
Yeah.
Getting shut out by a team playing CJ Beathard as your quarterback.
Yeah. Like, the Jags they hardly even had to prepare for this, I'm sure. It was, oh, yeah, we got the Panthers, by the way, but,
Panthers converted 1 third down.
I will say this concluded the day's worth of awful things for the Steelers. Besides the Steelers winning, they needed. They had 4 games that we were watching, and any of those 4 games could have gone the Steelers' way, and we would have had much higher odds to make the playoffs. All of them were lost. All 4 of them.
Yeah. I mean, this one, you probably weren't banking on this one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, well, they all kind of sucked, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was Texans, Titans, and then Colts, Raiders, and then Bills, Patriots, and then it was not great.
Yeah. But yeah, the Panthers are just they're so fucking.
I have no faith.
They don't have their number 1 pick. They're gone.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to the Panthers turning around, and I honestly cannot believe how far they've fallen from the shit place they were already at.
Yep.
Dude, there's not even like a trajectory for the return is the worst part. There's no foreseeable future for this team.
They went all in on Bryce Young, and if he's not good, then it's just over for the next 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I will say he's not terrible.
He's pretty bad.
No, not really. Like, if you look at his stats right now, it's not that bad.
I don't need to look at stats. Rob.
If you compare it against other QBs normally, it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
I think this is a bad year to judge. I think next year, if he looks bad, then we'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
But
we always grant these guys the 3-year window, right? Like, in order to properly evaluate him, we're going to need a lot more time.
I don't.
That's not whatever, fine. But like, that's not the issue with the Panthers. The other issues with the Panthers are innumerable and are therefore like insurmountable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they're gonna have to build a whole team, an entire team.
They fired their coach, so they do really need.
And so that means Bryce Young is gonna get a new coach second year. So yeah, I mean it's not looking good right now. It's bad situation.
He either turns around or he becomes like Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
I will eat crow if these Panthers are all of a sudden like a fucking contender next year. But like, what's the path to it?
They have no picks either, right? Like they
have no first round pick. They have all their other picks.
They're just gonna have to dig deep, I guess. But yeah, they'll get real lucky in the drafts, maybe, or make some sort of ridiculous offseason move. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they have a second, third, fourth, fifth, another fifth, and then a sixth. So they do have 6 picks. But
imagine if they had CJ Stroud.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Imagine if they had Christian McCaffrey.
Imagine if they just kept their pick and still had DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Holy shit, dude. The Panthers with CJ Stroud, DJ Moore, and Christian McCaffrey.
Oh my God.
That's like a legit contender all of a sudden. Well, I mean, they'd have to fix a lot of other stuff still, but still.
Yeah, they probably have to get a good coach. Yeah.
Also, their owner threw his drink at somebody.
Yeah. Imagine being that rich and getting so mad that you threw your drink at somebody.
Wait, what is this? What happened?
The owner.
Yeah.
Oh,
David
really?
Pepper. He threw his drink into the crowd because I think they yelled at him that he's an idiot, which he is. So, yeah.
Incredible.
It's so crazy how every billionaire ever is such a dumb piece of shit loser.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, if you threw your drink at him, you'd get sued for assault, though.
You'd be dead.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
By the way, this team also spent a 3rd round pick on Matt Corral like the other year, and that's yeah. Panthers aren't drafting very well so far.
Panthers aren't doing anything very well, to be honest.
The main thing they did was get Christian McCaffrey, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
You okay down there, Panthers fans, in that grave we dug for you? You comfy? You need more dirt? We got more dirt if you want. Here you go. All right. That's good. There you go, buddy.
That's a rough. I wonder what the Panthers' career record is, because they're an expansion team, right?
Yep. That was in like the 90s, wasn't it?
It was the 90s.
I think so.
Which, I mean, they played the Packers in the NFC Championship game in the 90s. And then they got Cam Newton. Like they've
They
done
went to
pretty
the
well.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did, yeah,
lost.
okay,
Or
so
no, they
did lose. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
it
lost
is
really badly.
Yeah, that's right.
Their career, they've been around for 29 years. So actually, next season will be their 30th season in the NFL. Interestingly,
Yeah.
their record is 214, 251 and 1. So a losing
Yikes.
record.
Yeah.
Playoff record 9-8. So winning record there in the playoffs.
Mhm.
And Super Bowls 2 appearances, 0 wins.
You know,
Zero.
that's
It's not the worst.
It's a 30-year-old team that is like firmly mediocre.
Yeah, I mean 2 appearances. I mean that's nothing to sneeze at, honestly.
I just realized they also drafted Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver, who has like 400 yards and no touchdowns. So not great. And now he's on the IR.
Ooh, what draft pick?
I believe 2nd round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is 2nd round. Oh boy. All right. Well, then we had Colts Raiders.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah, this game.
This was about what I thought it would be. A
Yeah,
close, mediocre battle.
We're very comfortably to the point this season too where we know mediocrity when we spot it, and here it is.
Yep. Aiden O'Connell had 299, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good. Although he did just throw to Devontae Adams for 2 touchdowns and 126 yards. But
Yeah, he's helpful to have out there.
It'd be pretty nice. Be pretty nice.
yeah, I mean, he could go to the Jets. You never know.
He might. He's got a really big contract though.
He does. And the
Gardner Minshew threw a fucking dart to Alec Pierce for the 56-yard bomb in the second
He
quarter.
did.
That was a nice one.
Minshew
I
magic.
kind of do want Minshew to get in just for the memes, but I
No.
think the Texans are the better, more fun team.
100%.
I would
I'm all
absolutely.
in on CJ Stroud this year.
Yeah, I would love to see again. It would be hilarious to see a rookie QB make it to the Super Bowl for the first
Yeah,
time
I would
ever.
love it.
That would
Yeah.
be pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, this game was what we thought it was. A coin flip.
They are who we thought
They
were.
are.
We let 'em off the hook.
Oh, what if the Texans have to go through the Browns in the playoff championship in the AFC Championship?
Dude, that does also remind me what's crazy is we have a realistic expectation of a Browns Lions Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Like imagine telling us that 4 years ago.
Yeah.
and their starting QB got injured. It's going to be the Elite Dragon taking them
Yeah.
through the playoffs.
Yeah.
I actually would love to see Joe Flacco win a second Super Bowl.
That would be funny.
Jacket. Yeah.
Also, the
I'd hate
Chiefs.
to see the Browns win it, but I'll take it with Flacco.
Yeah. Well, at least the other guy's injured.
Well, actually, I'll talk about that again. We had Rams Giants. This
We did.
game was actually close, and the Giants kept shitting themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got the ball, they scored a touchdown, they went for 2. Tyrod Taylor had the easiest pass to Saquon Barkley for a 2-point conversion, and he missed it. It was embarrassing bad.
And
it
you failed to
was-
mention, too, it was the touchdown generated off of a 94-yard Gunnar Olszewski punt return.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was embarrassing. And then they could have taken the lead, and he threw it behind him, and they were like, oh my God, what are you doing? And then they still managed to get the ball back, and then they got into field goal range, and Saquon actually had a big lane where he could have maybe even ran for like a touchdown, but he dropped the ball in classic New York Giants fashion. And then Mason Crosby came out and missed a 54-yard field goal.
That's a team that wants a better draft pick right there.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude, the team stats on this game are wild. The total yards, 391 to 389. Passing yards also separated by 2. The exact same amount of rushing yards for each team. Like they were neck and neck in this one. The Giants somehow contending with what is one of the hotter teams in the NFC right now.
Yeah.
And they're actually the Giants are more efficient on third down. Well, maybe not more efficient actually, but
The Giants' defense isn't bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. It's their offense is the issue.
Are you saying, Paul?
I was saying we need to talk about how we were talking about MVP as a QB award, but
Yeah.
I think Offensive Rookie of the Year might be a QB award too, because I think
Oh,
it
yeah.
maybe should go to Puka Nacua over CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
As good as Stroud has been, Puka Nacua has been better at his position, I feel like, than Stroud has been in his position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
but I think you're right though. Offensive Rookie of the Year is 100% QB of the Year. That's just how. I mean, although compared to MVP, there have been
more variance than
Well, yeah,
that.
because
Yeah.
rookie QBs can suck sometimes.
Yeah. We can have a whole class just be dog
Yeah.
shit.
Also, shout out to Kyron Williams. Dude was a 5th rounder
Huge
last
year,
year.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literal 5th rounder. He ran for 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns this year.
3 TDs this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. The past 2 actually have been wide receivers, but then QB, then running back, QB, running back, wide receiver, running back, QB, wide receiver.
That's
So,
a lot more variance than the MVP.
Yeah. yeah.
The Giants, though, like there's not really like we keep talking about this with all these teams that are not making the playoffs, but like the Cardinals, the Bears, the Giants, they all actually have like bright futures. And then there's the Panthers.
Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah.
There's also the Commanders.
Yeah, ooh, I mean they suck too, but they've got a couple of bright spots for sure.
They got a couple. They got to play the 49ers, so it was
fun.
It wasn't looking great for them.
They made it close for a half.
They did make it close for a half, and then they stopped making it close.
Yes.
The 49ers did 49er things, and they have secured the 1 seed, which means they're probably going to the Super Bowl.
Yep. And also have the rest of their starters decision.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I think the Niners, you can rest pretty comfortably.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel
Yeah,
like they're.
you can very easily.
Yeah.
Plus, like they're all pretty experienced. They've been there. Like they're not worried.
Yeah.
how
So-
many playoff games has Christian McCaffrey played?
Probably
I-
just last year,
Like
right?
1 or
Was it-
2?
But was he with Cam Newton?
Oh, yeah, that's right, isn't
maybe,
he?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
so he's played a few then. Hold on, let's see.
I think so.
CMC playoff experience.
Uh,
Postseason, yep, there you go. He's had 4 playoff games, 1 with Carolina and 3 with the 49ers.
oh,
That's
So, yeah, he's still pretty new to it, but
he's been with them for a year and he's already
triple his playoff
Yeah.
experience.
That's ridiculous.
We
what
had a
year?
Sam Darnold sighting in this game, too, by the way. Speaking of Darnold.
Uh-huh.
Darnold.
Darnold.
What year was the Panthers Broncos Super Bowl?
2015, I think.
Oh, 2015. Yeah, and he was with the Panthers 2017, so he was a couple years
a little after that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that was that game.
Yep,
That was that game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
basically, the Niners destroying the people.
Thank you to the Pittsburgh Steelers for beating the Seattle Seahawks.
You are welcome. I mean,
They ran
did
the
not-
ball.
yeah, we ran the ball for 200 yards. Najee Harris with 122 rushing yards, and Jalen Warren with 75 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns between the two of them. I mean, I think what this shows is that we've had a good rushing offense all along. We just had Matt Canada just heavily fucking destroying it and making it useless. What if we ran into the bloated box on first down every time? But seeing like I don't know who again is I forget what the name of our coordinator is now who's taking over, but seeing him actually, well, he's the running back coach, so no fucking wonder the running backs are doing well. But like seeing them actually get utilized the right way and letting them get out in space, letting Jalen Warren just like tank guys to just be like, you're not gonna fucking tackle me. Like, what do you think you're like? He runs so hard. It's so cool to see. And if anything, I'm just more happy that Najee is getting some, like, because Najee like looked real bad. Like the fan base kind of hated Najee this year, but I think a lot of people are like, let's back up on the Najee hate. It's probably more a Matt Canada thing. It was a Matt Canada thing, I guess, for the most part. So seeing him have a couple of good games here is nice. But yeah, our offense won the game. Our defense played like doo-doo shit bad. They did classic Steelers thing where they were like, okay, guys, we suck shit up until exactly when we need to be good. And then we got a sack fumble that won the game. Like, it's classic Steelers defense. Don't do anything until you need to do everything and then do it all.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was, I think that was Alex Highsmith who had the sack fumble. But yeah, like I am so worried about this team's pass defense. Like, Joey Porter is like the only one out there able to do anything. and the rest of our passing defense is like a pile of sticks and a Band-Aid. It's not good. But we won the game, and now we're win and hope to God that one of the other two teams we need to lose loses.
And then you get to play probably the AFC East winner, actually.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be too well. Ideally, then it would probably be Miami.
Yeah.
And then we'd get God, I would love to see Joey Porter guard Tyreek Hill. That'd be insane. The rookie, like, I know that he's not going to win, but Joey Porter Jr. has an argument for defensive rookie of the year. I would love to see him go up against Hill, and I mean, I would like to see him get humbled a little bit, maybe, because that'd be great for next year.
Mm-hmm.
But I would also love to see him like just completely dominate and keep Hill out of the game. That'd be cool to see too.
Yeah. But then if they won that, they'd play the Ravens.
Yeah, and we can beat the Ravens. Like, the Steelers are one of the few teams where I'm like, oh yeah, we can beat the Ravens easy. Like, the Ravens just don't. They do the Steelers thing, but only to the Steelers, where they play down to their competition. They only do that to the Steelers. So
also the weird fact that 3 AFC North teams could make the playoff.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, the Ravens should be scared. I honestly, they should play their starters, because you do not want to play the Steelers in the playoffs if you're the Ravens. It's like the only team I think like they'd actually be scared of in the AFC.
Yeah.
Because it's a divisional game, right? We always say divisional games are like weird, wacky.
Well, that and the
I was
Browns.
gonna say, is that like matchup based, or is that just like purely the divisional / playing down rivalry?
I don't know. Like, I mean, you see this Ravens team, right? Like, everyone's like, holy shit, look, they're so good. They lost to the Matt Canada Steelers. I say that every week. They lost to the Matt Canada Steelers, not the new and improved, slightly better Steelers, the Matt Canada Steelers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like any given Sunday, like, it may as well be a 50-50 Steelers.
But it is wild, though, that it's only that logic is only applicable to the Steelers matchup. Like, because they are destroying the other good teams in the league, and then they lost to the Matt Canada Steelers. Like, these things are not mutually exclusive.
I still think the Joe Flacco Browns could beat them too.
I mean, it is divisional. It is that division is like the NFC East.
Yep.
It's very weird, but I know that this team will not go to the Super Bowl. So if we don't make the playoffs, I won't be too upset.
Yeah.
I will only be upset if the Steelers win and then we don't get the other. Like, if it's one of those like opposite things. Like, if we lose, we lose. I don't care. But if we win and then every other thing goes wrong and we don't make the playoffs, it's going to be so much more painful for
then you'd be
reason.
a 10-win team to make the playoffs like the Jets.
Oh, yeah, that's great. And we could have gone if we beat the fucking Cardinals or Patriots. That would have been great if we had beaten either of those teams instead of letting them destroy us.
Yep.
By the way, just as a quick aside, since you brought it up, the Jets are actually going to be the first team in NFL history to rank 28th or worse in points scored in 5 straight seasons. Sorry.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Look, I'm just amazed the Steelers can get a 3 in their, like, for 2 weeks in a row. We've had a 3 in the first slot of our point total. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like the instant transformation is still so insane to me.
It is quite funny.
Moment that Canada left.
On the other side, the Seahawks did okay, but their defense is bad.
Oh yeah.
So Gino did all right.
Run over.
Yeah, they literally got run over. But that's
I was playing against the Steelers defense in fantasy, and it was just every play I was like, please don't get a sack. Please don't get a sack.
Speaking of Steelers, I don't know why TJ Watt's not the favorite for. There's no real standout defensive player of the year this year. Like, it's pretty much Parsons, Garrett, and Watt. And stats wise, Watt is top of literally every category. Like, not some of like all of them. So he should probably win if there's no standout, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he's currently tied in sacks with Trey Hendrickson of the Bengals, which he's like some random guy that's actually put up decent numbers last couple of years.
Yeah, it's a very light defensive year for like star players. Like, besides the whole like pick 6 thing that happened with that Cowboys guy, and besides like Myles Garrett having one game where everyone came over themselves about how good he is, and he hasn't done anything since that game.
Yeah.
There's really no standout defensive players this year. So give it to the best one, who's TJ Watt, because he just is. Just do that.
Yeah. Aiden Hutchinson.
So I can like something.
Is a Aiden Hutchinson is a rookie, right?
Yes. No, he's second year.
No,
Second year.
third year, I think, isn't he? Yeah, maybe
Second year.
Like second year, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's got 7 fumbles, so that's something.
He's
He
like
is
probably
good.
in the
Yeah.
outside
Yeah.
realm of. I don't know. You can look at. I think the odds are still for some reason like Garrett at the top, and then Parsons and Watt.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make
Really?
any fucking sense.
Yeah, then-
'cause
Yeah, I don't know why.
Garrett's been like I'm not trying to shit. Garrett's just been injured. Like he had some like nagging injury. I think that he's had for like 4 weeks now. Some shoulder
Uh-huh.
thing. I think.
Yeah.
So he's just not been able to play at the highest level.
There's
Who
also
do you think when? Sorry, go ahead.
there's also Deron Bland, which is that Cowboy guy that had 5 pick sixes and 8 interceptions on the year.
Oh, yeah.
I think the
that's
issue
big.
with him is that like either 1 or 2 weeks after that happened, he got fucking annihilated. Like
Yeah.
and like he got like burned for like 200 yards or some shit. And
Yeah,
so,
like he's the guy that's gonna jump the route or get burned. Pretty much.
yeah.
Who do you guys think when fully healthy is a bigger threat when they're on the field? Myles Garrett or TJ Watt?
I think TJ Watt, but
I
obviously
think
I'm
probably
biased.
I think actually TJ Watt too right now. Because
It's pretty close, but
it is close.
They're both like top. Like they're both two
Yeah.
of the best defensive players in the league, if not
Yeah.
probably just the top 2 defensive players. So I don't think
Yeah.
it matters who's better between them. So that's why I'm just saying stats wise, that you should give it to the one with the better stats because they're both so good anyway.
yeah.
And also, doesn't TJ Watt, he's got the long Watt family arms, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he has
He
like
does.
he is the only one in this list that has an interception.
They have like a orangutan arm family,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
that is very effective in the NFL.
I'm just
As
saying, if
an
Myles
orangutan
Garrett
arm, I appreciate
didn't like
that.
block a field goal or whatever it was, like that game becomes way less impressive, and no one. It's like he had a good game and he blocked a field goal, so everyone lost their fucking minds.
He gets highlight plays, and I think that's why there's a lot of discourse
Yeah.
around him.
Yeah. And also, I mean, he does have the stats about. He does have the most. Well, he's tied with Trey Hendrickson for the most sacks.
Yeah.
And then Josh Allen is pretty close behind at 16 and a half.
Oh yeah, I forget about Josh Allen too, dude.
Mhm.
It's so fucking crazy to me that there are 2 players in the NFL.
Yeah.
One is one of the best offensive players. One's one of the best defensive players, and they're both named Josh Allen.
That is pretty funny. Yeah.
We got some fun stuff coming in right now.
Mhm.
So we just mentioned Jonathan Mingo, Panthers' 2nd-round pick. He actually had the NFL's 3rd worst catching percentage at 50.59 behind Alan Lazard and Marquise Brown.
Of course.
Yep.
Good old Alan Lazard.
Yep.
Thank God we got him. And Randall Cobb.
Oh,
what
yeah,
great
you need him.
additions.
He had a touchdown.
Yep.
True.
Also, AJ Brown said, "I will speak tomorrow."
Announcing
Yep.
an announcement to come.
And when
Yep.
when he speaks tomorrow, he's like, "I have a trailer to show you."
It's gonna be some shitty product, that 100%.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, that game happened. Then we had Chiefs Bengals.
Almost
Yeah.
Chiefs, almost.
Yep, almost. They
Yeah.
were struggling, and then they kind of did all right at the end. Isaiah Pacheco.
Congratulations to Kansas City Chiefs MVP Harrison Butker.
Yep, kicking
Yeah.
6 field goals, 6 for 6.
I
Yeah.
remember when the Steelers, when Chris Boswell won a playoff game by getting 6 field goals, and those were the only points we had.
Yep. I have a feeling the Chiefs are not going to do great in the playoffs, but who knows? It is the
It's
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs. Yeah, they could
Yeah.
just
Chiefs, you
randomly
never
do
know.
good
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yep. Rashee Rice had a good game. Isaiah Pacheco, both over 100. For the Bengals, Jake Browning did okay. And that was...
Wait, I'm sorry. Am I right? The Chiefs had 1 running back this game?
Yes.
Well, I think 2 of them are hurt, right?
Oh my
Are
god.
they? Wow.
Mm.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
lost what's his name, McKinnon earlier this
Yeah,
year,
Jared
and then I
McKinnon.
think also Edwards Hilaire is hurt, but I'm not sure. on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
so. Yeah. But Pacheco's
yeah, they're-
actually had a really good year, and he's, I
Yeah.
believe, also a rookie, right?
No, he played last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
they're pretty dinged up in the backfield.
Yeah.
the worst part for the Chiefs is it's Rashee Rice and then everybody else and like Travis Kelce. That's like all they have
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
It's
Which
not
is
good.
weird that it's not Travis Kelce and then Rasheed Rice and everybody else. Like, what happened to
Well,
him? He went 3 for 15 this game.
He's injured too,
He
right?
hurt
Oh,
his
is
ankle.
he hurt too? Oh, okay.
He's been getting banged up, and teams just super cover him because nobody else can even catch a
So they got
football.
Rasheed Rice that's going to pull off miracle plays sometimes, but otherwise, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like they got no other
Yeah,
offense.
I mean, you don't even have to cover what's his name. He didn't have a catch this game. The dude that keeps lining up off sides and dropping everything. I can't even remember.
Oh, Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius Toney. Yeah, he didn't do it.
yeah.
So, and then the Bengals are just a shell of what they were. So,
Yeah, they showed a graphic, I think, during this game of the fact that of the starting quarterbacks from week 1 this year, only like 8 are left of the 32
Yeah.
teams, which is
Yeah.
absurd.
that is pretty wild.
And they're thinking about adding another game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So cool. Then
Armor.
the Chiefs.
Armor.
The Chiefs are currently the 3 seed, and
I think they're locked into that, right?
I think they
Yeah.
are locked into that. Because I don't think they can take the 2. I don't think they can, unless if the Bills. No, wait, no, because the Bills would win. They take 2. Yeah, so I think the Chiefs are locked into 3. So
Yeah.
that's actually pretty wild. It's gonna be the first time they are not like the 1 seed. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
They do get a
The
home
mighty
game
have
still.
fallen.
Yeah. So we'll see. Then we had Chargers Broncos in a meaningless game.
Who
Which-
cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Who
Now
cares?
the
Yeah,
big
pretty much.
news from this
Yeah,
game.
that was yeah.
The big news from this game is Russell Wilson got benched and didn't play, and they're going to cut him.
Yep.
And it was a contract thing, and they said he was injured or something, right? Too. And apparently, like the NFL is even
They
potentially going
might
to
be in
take
a little bit of
action.
trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, they're basically they're benching him purely for contract reasons, and this is it's anti-competitive basically. Like it's just they're saying, you know, we are tanking the year
Yeah.
from here on out.
They,
And then accidentally winning again.
Right? Yeah.
yeah. They apparently wanted him to adjust his contract or be benched, and he did not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Payton, baby.
So Sean Payton, everybody. And now Russell Wilson's going to get cut, and they're going to have to pay him a shit ton of money. And I mean, he's going to go somewhere else. So who knows
Where's
where
he
he
gonna
goes?
go?
I mean,
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, New York.
I mean, if Aaron Rodgers wasn't our starting QB,
Yeah.
I would be like, hell yeah, let's fucking go.
If I had
for
to
it. But-
I'm talking about the
Re-
Giants, dude.
Oh shit!
well, they just paid
yeah.
They gave Daniel Jones like 120 million.
Oh yeah, fuck! I
Oh,
forgot.
big hand.
Because he's like such an afterthought for them this year.
Like I could see him going to Atlanta if they don't get Justin Fields. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. He could go to the Patriots.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be
man.
fun. I saw a Steelers rumor, although I don't think that would happen.
Wait,
I mean-
for who?
For Russell Wilson.
Oh! So
Oh,
yeah, they're
yeah.
really gonna cut. That's gonna cost them $50 million against the cap.
Yeah,
It
dude.
is.
$50 million.
Yeah,
Why
he
the
had guaranteed
fuck?
money.
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Why did they
know.
sign that contract in the first place? We're still blown away by it.
I mean, I
Like
guess,
just
but
for
also
entirely
like,
different reasons now.
But I mean, like he even did well this year. It's just the team stinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Is like the management has sucked ass in 2 distinctly different ways.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean,
And they might get fine draft picks as a result of this.
yeah, they might. It's
3 distinctly different ways.
If I had the bank, I mean, I think the Falcons are either going to get Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. Like that seems like the team that
Yes.
needs, and like they have a decent surrounding cast already. So it's like they got to bring in somebody. Plus, they don't have to pay him all this money like the Broncos do. So they just got to sign him for like just whatever.
True, he'll get a minimum contract
Yeah.
for somebody,
And he
which
doesn't
will
give a
be
shit.
great. Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
gonna get paid. Fucking
yeah.
Dude, the Chargers are so bad. I've been mad
Yeah.
at them all year, but this is obnoxious at this point.
yeah,
It sucks.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and it really shouldn't.
They're like the
suck.
Titans of the AFC West. Like
Yeah.
they have pieces and just refuse to use them in any meaningful way.
yeah.
You know, maybe this is like maybe what it is that Justin Herbert is really good and makes everyone look better because clearly the team, even with him not there, like the team wasn't winning when he was there either, I guess. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, the Chargers, they just make no sense. They make
There's
no
no
sense.
explaining it at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think he could go to the Patriots. Now that I'm thinking about it, too.
Maybe.
Like,
yeah.
even you bring him in for 1 year, the new quarterback sits behind him. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's.
We'll see. But he's not going back to Denver. That's for sure.
The Patriots have a lot of cap space.
Yep. Then we had my game of the week, the Packers Vikings, and much like last year at the same time, we blew out the Vikings. Brr.
Yeah.
They brought in Jaron Hall, and when you can't throw against the Joe Barry defense, I don't know if he's going to make it in the NFL. I'm not even joking. Nick Mullins came in at the second half. He did okay, but he didn't really do that great either. The only reason they even got that touchdown was because we muffed a punt, and they got the ball at like the 10. This was just, the Packers absolutely just dumpstered them. Like, it wasn't even close. Bo Melton, 105 and a touchdown, former Seattle Seahawks 7th round practice squatter.
Bo
Dude,
Melton.
do you
Bo
just get
Melton.
like a +5 bonus to athletics at birth if your name is Bo?
He
Maybe,
might, actually.
yeah.
This was a fun win. Not only because the offense looked good, but because the defense actually played well. Jordan Love, everybody, since week 12 is the highest graded quarterback according to PFF. So he's also doing pretty well. 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions.
Yeah. Good year.
He is literally tied with only Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy with the 30 touchdown club.
Yeah.
Listen, if you would have went back to the start of the year and been like, yeah, he's going to be like top 5 in touchdowns and top 10 in yards, I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty good. Right? Like,
it is
pretty great, dude. It's not pretty good.
It is amazing that it seems to have worked again.
Yeah.
And they, it turns out if you don't have a knee-jerk reaction on a QB or player in general, probably, and you just kind of let them learn and develop, that they could turn out pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, he's a completely different player even from like early in the season. Like when he was in the Raiders game, the Lions game, like we saw on Thursday night, like you can see he's like cleared up his throwing motion. I think everything's kind of slowed down for him. You know, he still has some misses, but like his completion percentage is extremely better. Like if you look at the early season, it was like 55, 56, 50, 53, 58. Now, his last like 10 games, 72%, 60, 74, 64, 69, 68, 67.
Nice.
Like, he is nice. He is.
This is
like,
getting me to want to
actually,
like look into the actual statistics of the first 3 years of quarterbacks' careers, because this is year 4. Like, that's what they need. They just need that time to develop, and then usually, I would assume in most cases they get much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the case of Jordan Love, too, you have to keep in mind, he also had the consistency of the same coach during that whole time.
Yeah,
which is
I'm sure that makes a tremendous difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that's
he knows the
also
system.
contributing to like the likelihood of their ability to actually get those 3 years. And I think that a lot of quarterbacks don't actually get that opportunity because of so much shift in the, like the staff.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a lower draft pick. Like, it's really even only the first round guys that even get, given 2 or 3 years to see. Most guys get like a year, and then the league's like, you're not good enough.
Yeah. I mean, we had our quarterback specialist, Rob, actually predict this way back in that draft, which you said, Jordan Love, he looks like he has the ability. He just needs to sit and develop somewhere.
Yep.
And the perfect opportunity.
That was indeed the perfect opportunity. We had Tom Clements, our quarterback coach, who coached up Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. He pretty much is like a footwork arm, like a specialist in that. And that whenever they interview him, he just gives like snarky answers. He's great.
That's very good.
Yeah. But he he's actually one of the reasons that Jordan Love's developing, I think. And one of the reasons he came back is from Aaron Rodgers, because he retired. And then Aaron Rodgers the other year was like, I want Tom Clements back, my old quarterback guy. And they're just like, what? And then he's like, fuck it, I'll do it. So he came back. And then Jordan Love benefited from that because now he's working with him. So it's just like all these things lining up. And it really, we're just the quarterback factory. Like some places just pump out certain things, they defense or whatever, but we are the quarterback place. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, the best part about this is like now we have the win and in game, right? So next week we play the Bears in Green Bay, and I'm very worried that we're gonna lose.
That's pretty dramatic, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like, goddamn, both y'all, Steelers, Ravens, and Bears, Packers. Like, this is some drawn up, scripted bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
However, I did say at the start of the season, I thought this team could make a wild card if we played to the best of our abilities, and you know what? They are. So I'm genuine. I mean, listen, we're not going to win the Super Bowl. All right, it's not going to happen. But if we can make the playoffs, that's a win to me. If we could win a playoff game, that would be even insane. Like winning a playoff game is the Super Bowl for us.
Yeah.
In fact, just winning this game would be a Super Bowl for me at this point. Like, but the best part is we could lose this game and I'd be like, that sucks. Mainly because we'd lose to the Bears at home for a play, and then the Bears would be like, ah. But I mean, we have the youngest offense in the NFL. They put the stat up during the game. This is the youngest offense since like 1991 or some shit of players. And they are already just going for like Jaden Reed is insane. We've got fucking Bo Melton.
It is kind of bullshit. Like, the Packers are just good again.
Yeah. They're in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
who wants
are
to go to
indeed.
Green Bay?
Yeah, who wants to go
Where
there?
the fuck even is Green Bay?
I'm gonna say the same thing.
Where's
I fucking
Wisconsin?
It's
I don't
actually in
think,
the
like-
far northern part of Wisconsin.
Yeah, which is even worse. Like, I lived in Greendale, which is in the southern part of Wisconsin, and that sucked ass. I can't imagine being fucking near Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Aaron Jones came back. He ran for 120 yards. Turns out Aaron Jones is good at football, and he helps quite a bit because he's just fast. And he's literally like the Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey. Like getting him back to this offense has made them just insane because we now have a running game. It opens the play action. It opens the check downs. And now you can even see Jordan Love has developed the ability that even Aaron Rodgers would not do, where if nobody's open, he's like, oh yeah, I could just give it to Aaron Jones. And then he does. And you're like, hey, look, we got another like 8 yards from that. So he's clearly like the game is slowing down. He made some insane throws this game. They were just like beautiful throws. He also had a couple like, but I honestly think he does play a little more like Brett Favre than Aaron Rodgers at times.
I mean, they showed that clip of him doing that leaping throw for the touchdown.
Yeah,
right? Like,
that was...
He's got the signs.
Yeah, which is the funniest part to me was you could tell Chris Collinsworth was like developing his new man crush. Yep. He was just like, look, he's throwing off his feet. This is just
looking
like,
down into his pants like, what is
he's
this?
like, I know a couple other guys that used to do that in Green Bay.
Oh, Jordan, I love you too.
And then he legit said a quote where he was like, he's going to make us start buying some tickets to see this young man. And I was like, dude, this is it. He's already starting to build up his load to bust. And then he also had the weird stat where he was like, I think Jordan Love's a little like Brett Favre. But then Nick Mullins came in, who went to the same college as Brett Favre. And he's like, Nick Mullins, he's also kind of like Brett Favre.
Well,
But he
to
said,
be fair, like if Troy Aikman's going to be allowed to criticize the refs on national television, I think Chris Collinsworth should be allowed to jerk off to new quarterbacks. On national TV.
He did
Like,
call
you gotta be balanced.
Nick Mullins a Brett Favre without an arm, which is not good.
I mean,
To be fair,
So that just
he
means
is.
he's like a sexual predator then.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
so everybody-
philanderer and embezzler, and
So everybody on the Reddit was just like, I didn't know I was watching Brett Favre versus Brett Favre tonight, but I guess we are. But I mean, really, this was Jaden Reed. I think is my favorite young receiver on the Packers, and then like Watson and Dobb. I think Malik Heat, actually Dontavian Wick, dude. This is probably the best our receiving core has ever been, and they're all rookies and second-year guys. Like, it's actually insane. And it's funny because Aaron Rodgers, I don't think played with a core like this since 2010 when we actually had good receivers. So it's actually just really fun, and I'm excited because now I get to watch this offense grow over the years into another powerful Packer juggernaut, even if we lose next week. And so,
considering this year, I'm starting to suspect that the NFL actually is scripted, and they accidentally fed in the script from 2008 into the generator for this year, and that's what's happening. That's what's occurring.
It's gonna be a fun Super Bowl next year. The Packers Steelers.
2008 playoffs.
Baby, we forgot to mention something.
Yep.
Someone scored a touchdown this week.
Oh, we did mention it. You weren't here.
Yeah.
What?
Sir.
He was here.
Or
He's
wait,
been here
he
the whole
was.
time.
Wait, you were.
Yeah,
here.
we did the whole bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
did I
the
go?
whole bit.
Oh, I must.
You missed it.
I must have gone pee. Holy shit! That happened exactly when I went
Celebrated
pee.
again.
Yeah.
It's worth going.
Yeah,
for.
it is
I-
worth
yeah,
celebrating again.
who is it that you're talking about?
because
I
it's a
don't
mystery to
fucking know,
me.
man.
Yeah, I don't know which person do you
Which
think?
player would we be celebrating?
Is it
I'm just-
Melvin Gordon?
Melvin Gordon?
That's right.
What
Melvin
team is he
Gordon.
playing for? He's on the Broncos, right?
Yeah, I think it's the bro. Wait, no, it's the Ravens.
Since when?
I
What
don't
on
know.
earth?
Are you kidding me?
Jesus.
Is this
Wow.
what you were mining for? Is this what you were after?
Yeah, I'm just sad that I missed it. I can't believe I missed it.
That is pretty
Yeah,
sad.
I feel like you're.
I
equally
thought you were
flabbergasted.
here. Yeah,
I wonder
it
if I
was
just
early
tuned it
on.
out.
You might
maybe.
have
I
just
don't
tuned it
know.
out.
Maybe. Yeah,
I mean-
we'll check the tapes and see, but
Yeah,
you might
check
have
the
been
tapes.
a part of it.
You might have heard Ravens and just tuned out.
Let he who has not tuned a fellow co-host out throw the first stone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that is very true.
Mhm.
And that's the games of the week. So
Those
now
were the games of the week.
Games of the week.
Oh man, we're almost power rankings is almost coming to a close, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
But not today. Power rankings are
Power
Rankings.
We've got 5 power rank teams. Let's hear it starting.
We're gonna do a magical girl anime version
Yep.
of the podcast.
This
and that's our-
new character. It's Magic Girl that loves the power rankings.
She's 843 years old, and
Looks like she's 8.
Man.
Yep. Rob, give us a team.
I will take the Baltimore Birds.
You are correct. The Apollo.
give me the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. Bear.
Can I defer to my magic anime girl?
Sure.
I believe in the Miami Dolphins.
Yep. They are indeed there. Rob.
Really?
Yep.
I shall take the San Francisco 49ers.
You are correct. And Apollo looking to dunk it.
What? Am I going to be upset by this pick?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, then it's the Lions.
It is the Lions.
I thought it might be the
go.
Browns, which would have upset
no.
me.
Yeah,
It is indeed the Lions. Now we've got the thinnest dink. 6 dinks.
Wow.
6.
Lot of
Give
dinks.
Count 'em.
me, give me,
Ooh,
me.
the Rams.
No,
Nope.
they almost lost to the Giants, dude.
Yeah, but they won 3 in a row and now they're into the playoffs.
Yeah, but you don't dink when you almost lose to the Giants.
That's true.
Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nope.
Ooh.
Fuck, man, I can't have
Give me,
anything.
give me the Green Bay Packers.
No.
Great choice, but no.
Give me the New Orleans Saints.
It is the New Orleans Saints
Oh,
going
that
from
makes sense. That makes
23 up to 17.
Mm-hmm.
But now we had a big 5er doink.
Big old doink.
Big doinks. Smoking fat doinks down in Amish.
Let's see here. Give me the oh boy. There's some good choices this week, man.
Yep.
Eagles.
Broncos.
It is the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
that's a good
Okay,
one.
yeah.
It's the Eagles from 4 to 9.
Yep.
They did fall out of the top 5, didn't they? Damn.
Yeah. The Colts, Jaguars, and Texans are all next to each other in the rankings this week, taking up positions 11 through 13. But what order are they in?
In that order: Colts, Jags, Texans.
I think it's the Jags, Colts, Texans.
I think it's the Texans, Jags, Colts.
That was going to be my second.
Rob has gotten it. It is
Let's
Texans,
go.
Jags,
Damn
Colts. Woo! This season, how many different teams have fallen into the bottom 10 of the power rankings, which is 23rd through 32nd?
I'm going to say 18.
All right.
I'm going to say 14.
All right.
I'm gonna say 27.
Nice.
Well, Rob was almost there. It was 20.
Oh,
He got
Wait.
into the 20s.
I did
No,
say 18.
Bear-
but
that's how the
Technically,
rules work.
Well, technically,
They all
Bear
work.
was the closest, but
They always
Rob did say a
whoever's just
20.
the ballsiest.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
the
Talks
answer.
last is
Yeah.
the one who was correct.
Yep.
Next time I'm gonna guess 40.
Three
Actually,
teams.
I was closer than Rob too, I think.
Yeah, but Rob,
Yeah.
Rob said half the answer. He said 20. And
Yeah,
then he
sure.
added the
Yeah,
seven.
I
that's
can't
right.
argue that.
That's right.
Yeah. 3 teams have spent 16 weeks between ranks 10 and 20 this season, more than any other teams in the league. What 3 teams have been the most consistently middle of the pack this season, according to the
Ooh.
Bible Power Rankings?
All of the NFC South. That's my answer.
Surprisingly, no NFC South teams.
What?
Give
No
me
way.
the
Yep.
Steelers.
I'm gonna say Steelers too. Yeah.
Give me the give me the Seahawks,
Okay.
and then give me the no, give me
Get the Packers in there.
Yeah, Packers.
no, give me give me the Browns.
He almost
saying-
got it.
Fuck.
Steelers, Packers, Vikings.
Bear.
I'm gonna go with that answer too.
Steelers, Seahawks, Bengals.
Bengals gonna be
that
another
makes
NFC
sense.
North
Yeah.
team.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And
unfair. Was so close.
Mhm.
finally, we have the questionable quotations.
Ooh, that's fun.
This
Oh.
is fun. Which of the following are actual excerpts from Ed's write-up on the Jets, which are
Ooh.
fabrications, true or false, for each line?
Okay, I like this. Good work.
Quote, I could point to a host of issues that arose after Rodgers' injury that have little to do with who was playing quarterback.
That's 100% true.
That sounds true. Yeah.
I'm gonna give Pixel Haven some credit and say that's false because it sounds so good.
It's true.
Fuck.
I was gonna say if that's false, that's very well done.
I
Yeah.
wanted to give him credit. Okay.
Mhm.
We have, quote, simply running it back doesn't feel like a winning strategy.
ooh,
false.
okay. Either way, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say false on that.
I'm gonna go with true there.
It is. Oh, wait, Apollo.
I said false.
You said
Oh,
false.
it's true.
Nice.
It's gonna be a bait. They're all gonna be true.
They're all true.
Yeah, they're all true. Yeah.
A defense that is capable of carrying even an average offense into the playoffs.
Oh,
I'm gonna say
give
false
me-
because I have to be right eventually.
I'm gonna stick with
Yeah.
my true streak.
I'm gonna go back to true because I'm wishy-washy.
It's false.
God damn it! I didn't want to, but I thought it would be funnier if I did.
This franchise is one healthy Aaron Rodgers away from jumping right back into contention next season.
That's false.
That's false.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah,
false.
that contradicts with what he had.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true?
It is true.
No, Ed hands it.
Now, it does say true, but out of context.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it starts with not.
No, I think it's probably from like week 4 or some
Yeah.
shit.
Okay, yeah.
Worry less about protecting his players from the media and start publicly acknowledging this team's shortcomings.
False.
I mean, that should be true.
False.
Yeah, I don't think he said it though.
But I mean, yeah, like that would be like shitting on the coach.
That's false.
Yeah.
Yep.
Usually they don't do personal attacks.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And that's the
Unless that's really
NFL.com
bad.
Bible
Yeah.
power rankings.
Ed, you got
Ed,
some
Ed, and Eddie.
Edmund.
I did a cartoon theme songs bracket on my stream recently,
Oh.
Yeah.
and I had Ed, Ed, and Eddie in my top 32. It lost in the first round.
Wow.
Round one, I was so disappointed. It's one of my favorites.
It is a great song.
Yeah. By the way, thank you again to Pixel Haven for doing that.
Yes, thank you again, Pixel Haven, and giving us these bonus stats. Bonus stats.
And pick'em stats.
And pick'em stats. Well, that's what I was referring to. Pick'em stats. This started out as a terrible week for me and finished great because I went 12-5 after all my second half teams started winning.
Yeah, I would have done great if my fucking lock wouldn't have.
Apollo also went 12-5. Rob went 13-4, tied with the assistant coach and Discord. Skywolf also going 13-4. Bear going 9-8, and Randy going 9-8 as he climbs 3 wins away from 500.
I had to take a lot of risks this week, and none of them paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually said I was going to take a lot of risks, and then when I went back and looked at the pick'ems on Thursday night, I was like, I didn't take any risks.
Yeah.
And then it worked out for me, which is upsetting because, I don't think I can win anymore, guys.
I mean, well, the thing is, okay, so I still feel like I have a miracle shot at surpassing you, but it's going to involve me picking against you for just about every game this week.
Right.
But
hold on, let's see.
It kind of leaves it to you to decide whether or not you want to go against the Discord for your miracle shot of beating them.
Well, I do need to somehow get 6 games to tie them, I think.
Exactly.
Or is it 3? How does that? No, it's 6.
It's 6.
Yeah, I need to get 6 games. You need to get 9 games.
Yeah.
So there's just no way. I'm sorry.
I literally am going to pick against you for at least 9 games. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm going to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks this week. So it's on you to decide whether or not you want to make logical choices or if you want to go for the win against the Discord.
Also,
it's tough. I'll need to see the games to make decisions, but yeah.
Me and Rob are literally tied, except he called a tie, so he has a tie break over me.
That's crazy.
That's incredible.
Get fucked, idiot.
I'm just going to call a tie this week just to balance it out.
So what's interesting, though, so the issue is, right, like, based on how this works, I can't win if the Discord doesn't get 6 wrong, and they very rarely get more than 6 wrong.
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna be tough.
You gotta get some upsets.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it might be a weird week. There's gonna be a lot of starters.
This is going to be a fun week for this, man.
I'm going to try to target my 50-50s, try to think about who I think the Discord's going to pick. Because not only that, I don't know what Discord's going to pick. I have to know what they're going to pick beforehand to try to pick against them in the first place.
You can guess in a lot of them, though.
Yeah, it's pretty much better rated.
So not in the 50-50 ones. I didn't think they were going to pick the Bears this week. They did. So that and
67% too.
And then I also did not think they were going to pick the Cowboys, and they picked the Cows, but they only picked it by 50%. So
that was like literally
like 2 of you would have just gone the other way around, man.
Yeah. Early Baird gets the wins at 14-3. Bears the best at predicting Thursday games this season, surpassing previous record of 12-3 set by Sinvicta and Rob in 2021-2022.
Yeah, get fucked, Sinvicta and Rob.
Woo! Oh man, I'm second billing even though Sinvicta's not here.
Yeah. The lock caller Apollo ends a 9-game winning streak on his locks, longest ever. On all 4 of his lost locks this season, Randy picked against him.
Oh boy.
Damn, dude.
I like the caller pun, but I hate the stat.
Yeah. And it is also the lock chain.
Yep. I like that.
That's really, it's got the amount of locks on the chain there. That's this 9-game winning.
It's the next level, really.
It's
all great.
The final stretch, Rob tends to do much better in the final week of the regular season compared to the rest of the year. Final week 67.1, other weeks 59.6.
That doesn't bode well for Krendor.
Nope. But Krendor is the best record predicting the Packers both this season and podcast history. Probably because I just say they're going to win, and they.
I was going to say reflecting your overinflated confidence in them as opposed to our refusal to accept them as a consistent powerhouse.
Yeah. Although, hey, this season I'm 9-7. I'm only 1 off from their 8-8.
Yeah.
Look at that. And King in the North, Randy is 10-0 predicting NFC North divisional games this season. No one else has perfectly predicted an entire division.
Ever?
The closest are Apollo, AFC East, and Bear, NFC East at 9-1.
That's absurd.
I mean, that is just any Randy stat that gets to this point.
Yeah.
Like his commander stat is still intact too, right? Because he picked the Commanders right this week. I think he's at 15 straight now.
I think you're right.
Really?
I think so, or that might have
let's
been last
see.
week when I was thinking about that.
You got to
I
check
can't remember if
the actual Bible. the
Randy
stat
picked,
Bible.
yeah, Randy picked the 49ers this week, which means he picked the Commanders to lose, so he was correct that week. And then I'm like 99% sure he was correct last week too, so that means his
He
streak
was
is still intact.
incorrect last week. I'm
He
sorry.
was.
Oh,
no.
And he and I both picked the Commanders in that game. They should have won, but
Oh,
they didn't.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, damn it. Well,
Randy.
still though,
Yeah.
like god damn, 10-0 at the NFC North.
That's
That's
crazy.
fucking
hilarious.
Well, he's got 2 more
Yeah.
games to pick, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Here we go. It is time for Pick'em.
Pick'ems! Last regular
The
season
last
pick'ems.
Yep.
regular season.
I'm
Oh,
sad.
boy.
Get those
Yeah.
I don't want
votes in
football
on
to
Disky.
end.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, for some of us, it might not end yet.
Yeah. Mine ended about 4 plays into this season.
Yep. Here we go. Steelers, Ravens.
Yep, I'm into that.
That's
I'm gonna
yeah,
give
we're-
you an
we're-
easy one here, Bear. I'm picking the Steelers.
Thank you. I will take the Ravens.
By the
The
way, I just wanted
Ravens
to
are-
mention. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say the Discord are guaranteed to pick the Ravens, but there's a good chance the Ravens might rest their starters, and
Yep.
so the Steelers might have a good chance of winning the game and securing a potential playoff spot. So I'll
That's
pick the
true.
Steelers.
I'm going to take
Yeah,
the
that makes
Steelers as
sense.
well.
I'm also going to take the Steelers for that
I'll take
same
the one
reason.
before on that, man. Absolutely.
You can't do the one before with the best team versus a very mediocre team. That is like-
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Actually, now that you say it like that,
No, come
Man.
on. I mean, I would honestly pick the Steelers were it not for the fact that I need to pick against Apollo. If I'm being
I
real.
actually will. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Rob is like the most easily swayed.
This is why I got into so many drugs as a child. Honestly, it was like,
Yep. I might as well do the
kidding, I'm
drugs.
kidding. Police.
Texans, Colts.
This is a 50-50 game. Who is
Yep,
the
that's why
Discord
I'm
gonna
waiting.
pick?
Uh,
I'm
the
taking
Discord gonna
Texans. I'm taking
I
Texans.
think the Discord would pick the Texans.
They are.
but
Yeah.
They are a little weird. The Discord loves the Texans. Okay, I'm picking the Colts.
All
I'm
right, I'll
taking
go
the Texans.
You're making this easy for me so far, dude.
Yeah.
Because like these are two games where I think they're both kind of 50-50-ish. I think this is going to get harder as it goes on for
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Jaguars, Titans.
Jags.
Uh,
This is where it
Yeah,
gets hard.
Jaguars gotta
This
win.
is what I'm
Yeah,
like,
Jesus
Jaguars gotta win.
Christ.
I gotta go Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm going Jags
I guess I'll go Cats.
too. We forgot our assistant coach of the week, dude. What the
Oh,
fuck? We were
yeah,
so-
you didn't
give
We've
me
been
the
so
number.
engrossed in our own
What the
bullshit.
hell?
my
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ.
I
Last
didn't even-
week of the year.
You didn't even link
know
it in
what?
the-
You didn't even
I didn't
link it
even
in the
post
thing.
it. I didn't
You
even
didn't-
post it. I
Oh
didn't
my
post it.
God, it's all his
Thing.
fault.
I'm sorry.
It's
I
all
even
his
talked
fault.
to this person in my Twitch chat
Oh
today.
my
God
God.
damn it.
God.
This
Jesus.
is embarrassing.
Noirbot, thank you so much for your picks for our assistant coach of the week, and thank you to all of our assistant coaches for your support over on Patreon. 3 Guys and a Bear. As you can see, we value you tremendously.
Yep.
Thanks for.
I'm
participating
sorry.
in the
I am
voting.
sorry.
Thank you for participating in the voting in the Discord all throughout the season as well. Their best predicted teams include the Cowboys, Dolphins, and Panthers. 14-2 at predicting Cowboys games.
That's
this year.
pretty
It's
good.
pretty impressive.
Good season record too.
Yeah.
66%. That's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
better than
definitely.
any of us.
And
And
funnily
Discord.
enough,
Absolutely. Yeah, they're kind
they-
of crushing it.
They have a 50% agreement with Randy. That's kind of funny.
I like that a lot. Yeah. Their first 3 picks are going to be Steelers over the Ravens, Texans over the Colts, Jags over the Titans, and they have locked the Lions coming
What
up
the
against the
shit?
Vikings. So I love that.
All right,
Is
Vikings.
that how it works?
What?
Mm.
Would you always have a 50% agreement with Randy?
I don't.
Like statistically, I guess, right?
I don't know.
Like, because-
Yeah, okay, no, I'm looking. Okay, last week's was 51. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think you're just always going to have a 50% agreement with Randy because that's how math works.
Like it's going to be
It
around
might
there, but
be.
exactly 50, I suppose, is kind of no.
That's-
I'm gonna be honest.
unlikely.
I don't know enough math to say whether or not this is magic. I
Yep.
think
Well,
it
just
might be
Randy
magic.
is going to be between probably like I don't know again the exact, but it's like between 48 and 52 probably. He's gonna over a certain period of time, he is going to end up there.
Yeah.
Like
Over a
regardless
certain
of
period of
what
time,
you're
he will
doing.
end up at almost exactly 50-50. That's how
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We have
I
Vikings.
I still think
Lions.
next year he's gonna go undefeated.
He could
I like
actually.
it. Yeah.
Lions.
I'm gonna go Lions as well.
Are they
I will
gonna?
be
They
going
can't
Lions.
rest, right?
They could rest, but
I believe they are locked into the 3
but
seed.
it's the Dan Campbell Lions, dude. So you got to
True.
imagine he's still going to be pressing them. I think I will also have to take the Lions here. Yeah.
Oh, dude, big
What?
50-50 game coming up.
Yeah, this is one I'll probably have to flip on.
Yeah, it's
Coach?
I mean, I'm going Lions, but I still think
You give them the Vikings a shot here? They get, well, it was their playoff probability. It's like 9% if they win.
but they're
right?
still playing Lions backups. But I still think the Lions backups are going to be better than the Vikings.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Vikings
I mean,
are
it's
playing
the
their backups too, but not by choice.
Although Justin Jefferson is playing, and he had that one wild catch actually that we didn't talk about. That was
I think they can.
If you're taking Vikings, I'm taking Vikings.
Wait,
if you're
they
feeling
say
that good about it.
the 2 seed's still in play, but they need a bunch of the Cowboys have to lose, and
both
I think
of these
the
teams are
Eagles have to
dependent
lose.
upon ridiculous scenarios.
Yeah, they need the Eagles and the Cowboys to lose. However, they don't play till 3:00, and the Lions play early, so they might. If knowing Dan Campbell, they're probably going to go out there with starters.
Yeah, I mean, if they're playing for positioning, then
Yeah.
they're gonna play with starters.
Yeah. So actually, I'm definitely going Lions.
That's a Lions sweep. All right.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Falcons Saints, another potential playoff.
I picked the opposite of Apollo's pick.
I'm going
So here's the
Saints.
thing. I think the Discord is gonna pick the Saints.
Yep.
So, and I think the Falcons looked like total shit last week. So I really don't think they're going to win.
Yep.
But it's a divisional game, so it's a 50-50. I have to take the chance. I'm going to take the Falcons.
All right.
Nick, I'm going to go with Saints.
I am also gonna go Saints. Assistant coach Norbot also took Falcons.
All right.
That's an even split, dude.
Yeah.
Jets, Patriots.
Patriots.
Give me the Jets.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to call this game a tie
Yeah.
to balance out with Rob.
That'd be very funny if it actually ended up being a tie.
That would
too.
actually be fun.
I mean, of all the games this week, this
Yeah.
seems like the one that should be. So that's the Norbot went with Patriots as well.
Mhm.
Man, I did want to go Jets here.
I mean, the Jets on paper are a better team.
Yeah.
But it's also Bill Belichick and his deep hatred for the New York Jets.
That's
this
true,
is his
too.
favorite thing.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Patriots fans after this year are probably going to be frothing at the mouth for a chance to smash the Jets' hopes and dreams to bring them back down to the doldrums with them. So
Yeah.
let's go Pats.
Yep.
All right. We got Buccaneers, Panthers.
Bucks.
I'm going to lock the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a safe lock. It is a divisional game.
I mean, there's a lot of games.
There's not a lot of locks this
that
week.
are
That's
not
true.
safe. Yeah. I'm just, I'm locking it.
I'll take the Bucks. Yeah, that's a Bucks sweep. More about as well.
Yeah. Browns, Bengals.
Browns. Yeah.
Browns.
Norbot took the Bengals.
I like that pick.
You
dude.
know what? Are the Browns?
The Browns
gonna
are
rest?
resting starters. I think they're locked into their spot.
Oh, yeah. I think
So
they
I
are.
will take the Bengals here.
Bengals gonna.
They can't.
They have one of those less than 10% chances, right? So they're going to be playing.
Bengals
for
are
something.
eliminated.
Are you
They
sure?
are. Yes, it says out
Okay.
on NFL.com.
Okay. Well, maybe. Nah,
I'm going to
fuck.
stick with the Browns.
I'm sticking with the Browns too. Yeah.
I'll stick with them too.
Well, in that case, this is literally just like a coin flip because neither of these teams give a shit what the outcome of this game is, right?
Yeah.
basically.
So I'll
Pretty
happily
much.
take Bengals then.
All right.
Yeah.
Bears, Packers.
I think the Bears will eliminate the Packers.
Wow.
Okay, I'll go Pack then.
I'm so scared of this game. I'm gonna tell you what. I'd pick the Packers if Joe Barry was not the defensive coordinator. So I'm taking the Bears, and I'm hoping that as soon as this game ends and we lose, Joe Barry is fired. And then we have a bright future with Super Bowls ahead. So that's fine with me.
I'm starting to realize as I make these picks that I think the week is going to be a lot more fun for me if I literally just pick against you in every game.
Cowboys, Commanders.
I'll be locking the Cowboys.
Oh, damn it. Why did I have to say that right before this?
I was thinking about it too.
Folks, I'm
Lock the
taking the
Eagles.
Washington Commanders.
Oh, man.
They got
That
it
is
this
a bad
time.
pick.
Yeah,
That's a really bad pick.
sure is. But if it pays off,
I'm not sure it will.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I think I got to give you the 1v4 here, coach. I'll take the boys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Marbot went boys as well. He also went pack.
Yep.
Broncos, Raiders. Who cares?
Yeah.
Give me the Broncos because fucking who cares exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Raiders.
I guess I'll go Raiders.
Yeah. Eagles,
All right.
Giants.
Eagles.
I still think the Eagles are going to win.
I do too.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
lock the Eagles. I
Oh,
guess.
Careful
right.
with that one, bud.
I mean, what else you got? You know?
Oh, there's a very good one,
There's a
actually.
couple coming up, yeah, but yeah, that's not bad either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Eagles.
that might
That's an
change it.
Eagles sweep, I believe. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Cardinals.
I'll be taking the Seattle Seahawks.
Let's go Cards.
I'm gonna go Cardinals too.
I'm gonna go the Geno Smiths
All right.
of the season.
Seahawks
Alright.
are still in contention, right?
They
are.
are.
They need the
All right,
Packers to lose.
I think they're getting spoiled here big time.
Yeah.
they'll know beforehand.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
they'll be
Okay,
playing at the
well,
same
They're
time.
playing at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Rams, 49ers.
Niners.
Oh, give me
Niners
that.
Well,
are resting. Rams
yeah.
are playing for
Give me the
positioning.
Rams.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
Rams.
actually, this is-
I'm gonna go Rams.
I'm going to go Rams because I'm going to assume they're going to rest their starters.
Noirbot
yeah,
went
I'm gonna go Rams
Niners
too.
here.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams. Yeah.
This
All
this one's tempting. I'm wondering if the 49ers are good enough without like
They
five
probably
of
still
their
are.
best players. They
Might
still
be.
need to-
They
I think they
probably
might
still
be,
are.
dude. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna go with Noirbot
Yeah.
here and go Niners.
Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs.
Noirbot having some interesting picks at the
You
end.
know what?
here.
Yeah,
Chargers
I'm gonna go
here.
Chargers.
Wow.
Wow.
I've had my shitty Chargers picks all year, and I may as well just cap
Yeah.
it off with another
Gotta
one.
end the year with another
Yeah.
shitty Chargers pick.
Mhm.
Why not?
That's a fair reasoning for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go Chiefs here. Yeah.
All right. And then Bills, Dolphins, Sunday night division.
Bills.
Oh boy.
I'm going
Yeah.
Bills too.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Oh.
Because I said at the beginning of the season the Dolphins are gonna win the division, and this just determines it, right?
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
you gotta stick with your guns. Yeah,
Yep.
respect
Stick
it.
with it.
I think I have given myself a chance to win,
Yeah.
but I think it's unlikely.
Yeah.
You've been sufficiently risky. I think I've
Yeah.
thrown caution to the wind since the beginning here, so that works out for
Yeah.
me too.
But
I'm feeling uncertain about my Eagles lock.
yeah.
As you should. Yes.
Just lock the Chiefs, man.
All right, fine. I'll lock the Chiefs.
So I think I have picked over 6 against you at this point.
You needed 9, dude.
Oh right, yeah. Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, I confused our 2. Damn it. All right. Well, then that makes this pretty easy for me. I'm gonna lock the Dolphins.
Oh. All right.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
gotta be bold.
Are you changing any other games to just really go crazy?
No, I think I got enough still. I'm pretty sure I picked against you quite a bit.
If it's
All right.
6 plus 2, that is only 8.
Let's go with the one more.
No,
then.
the
We-
lock doesn't work that way.
Isn't it 2 wins for the lock?
Well, it
Yeah.
counts as
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I
2
go-
wins.
yeah, but if I get my lock, that point I still get
Big-
that point.
Yeah.
Wait, who
you're
did
playing against
Apollo
the
lose?
lock.
Yeah, but
I locked the
Cowboys?
What did I? Yeah, I locked the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
So
Yeah.
Air, you'd want to pick
Jump
the
to the
Commanders.
Commanders with
yeah.
me.
oh fuck.
That gives you a huge boost. Yeah.
You know what? Fine. I'll do it.
Yeah, fellow Commanders.
Unfortunately, I think that the Discord's gonna lock the Cowboys too, so that's upsetting.
They might.
Yeah.
They
I'm
might.
not gonna rely. I'm not
They
gonna
might
rely
lock the
on lock.
Buccaneers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think
Fan
so.
favorite. Fan
Yeah.
favorite.
I think they will lock the Cowboys.
Maybe.
I'm almost certain.
We
but-
did have an entire rant about Tampa Bay in this.
That's true. We did.
Weirdly, immediately after the Tampa Bay game is when we had that
Yes,
conversation.
yeah.
It's time for Randy. Randy.
Our last regular season Randy.
Yep. Here we go.
yeah.
I wonder how playoff Randy's performed, actually. Let's get those stats for next week.
Yeah.
Playoff Randy's a whole new beast.
Yeah.
So he's going Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
He's going Colts.
Okay.
He's going Titans.
Oh,
Wow.
He's going Vikings. Uh-oh.
Oh boy,
Randy.
Randy.
He's
You know you're
undefeated.
supposed to win more of those, right?
Dude, he's
Yeah.
undefeated predicting NFC North.
This
Oh
is crazy.
shit.
Wait, didn't I pick Vikings too? Let's fucking go. I'm in there.
Falcons.
Okay.
Patriots.
Wow.
Panthers.
Oh,
Randy.
Randy.
Browns.
Okay.
Packers.
All
Okay.
Dude, he
okay.
knows. Oh my God, I got Randy's magic.
Dude, he might.
Sweet God.
Cowboys.
Mhm.
Raiders. Giants.
Wow.
Yep.
Don't no. Yeah. Okay. Good. I switched to the Chiefs. Fuck you, Randy. Fuck you.
Yeah.
He tried. He heard me, and
He
now
tried.
he tried. You son of a bitch.
Cardinals. Rams.
Mhm.
Chargers.
Oh,
You piece of
Bills.
shit. Fuck you, Randy.
He picked the Chargers.
You.
Yeah, it would do that.
I don't know
Man,
how he's gonna
Randy.
fare this year, man. I think he might be
Whoa.
sub 50.
Randy
Yeah.
has
he-
locked
Oh boy.
the Buffalo Bills.
No.
Oh.
Why would you do this to me, Randy? You know how much I got riding on this game?
He loves fucking with us.
He does. Well, that's gonna do it for this week of football. We'll see you next week after I'm upset that the Packers lost to the Bears. And the Steelers probably win, and then somebody else wins, and they don't make it in. That'll be a great time. And yeah, see you
Thank
next
you,
week.
patrons.
Thank you, patrons. Oh yeah, patrons.
No.
Bye bye.